Morning, happy Monday. There's a band there somewhere, isn't there? I think. Welcome to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. We just had a fabulous morning between Stephanie and Amanda. I popped in just to do a little bit, but we're here for 2 hours now with our regular slot with our David Makeover Monday. And my goodness me, have we got some fabulous products for you today. I'm very excited, but I know it's going to cost me money because I've already got my shopping list written out of what I need. Right, welcome to live shopping. First of all, where can you watch us? Well, you can watch us on YouTube, on your big TV, if that's what you want to do. You can also watch us on Facebook, Instagram, and on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. If you're going to shop on either of our social platforms, we're going to show you a product, and the product will have a code. And all you need to do is type shop, and then that code into the comments underneath the video, so you don't miss a second of what Dave is teaching you, which is great. You're then going to get a message from us to your social media inbox, and within that message there is a link. When you're ready to check out, and the sooner you do, the sooner we can get those orders picked and packed and sent off to you, we need you to be checking out those baskets. So once you've clicked that link, that's going to take you to your basket on highlightcrafts.com. The second most important thing, well, the most important thing from your point of view, is that you need to log into your account, because just by opening an account with us, which is free here at Highlight Crafts, you automatically become a member of Club Highlight, which is also free. All good, right? That means you get right from your first order and all your orders going forward, extra discount, loyalty points, and on a basket spend over £35, free shipping, which I have to say is very easy to do on this show. If you're going to watch us on our website, highlightcrafts.com, you can literally just add the items that you would like to a basket. That basket will appear as a little red shopping bag at the top of your screen, and that's where all your goodies are. So when you're ready to check them out, click on that basket, and that will take you through that checkout process. But again, don't forget to log in. Now you can also shop from the home page on highlightcrafts.com. There's a little banner that will say shop today's deals, and you can go in there and see all the items on all the shows today, add an extra few things into your basket to get you over that free postage threshold, and then everybody's happy. Super easy to do. Right, we have our Cadence connoisseur.
Oh, don't go that far.
Come on over here.
Shall I come and join you?
Yeah, well, I can't do it from over there, can I?
That's very true. Right, I'm on my way.
Come on then, take your time.
It's Monday, innit?
Oh, come on, man.
Just kidding.
For the weekend off.
You're joking, aren't you? I was here at 7 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah, that'll be me. Next two Saturdays going ahead.
Hey, it was great though. It was fabulous.
I
We
love
had
being
some
in here on a
wonderful
Saturday
shows.
morning.
It was just so exciting. We had two fabulous brand new launches, and of course there isn't a great deal left of one of those items, and we've managed to get it on this show for you.
We have indeed. But let's start right at the beginning, because these are brand new too, right?
They are. These are all brand new.
This is exciting. Shop bundle is going to get you your, look at you,
Honestly.
your Shimmer ink sprays from Cadence. Now you're going to get pearl, orange, magenta, purple, blue, green, black, light green, light fuchsia, yellow, dark orange, fuchsia, dark brown, light blue, red, and light purple. All of them, all 16 colours, for £54.99 with an £8.85 saving on a brand new Cadence launch.
I know, right? This is incredible.
Amazing.
Now, we've never stocked the full range of Cadence Mixed Media Shimmer Sprays here at Highlight Crafts before. I think we've had a couple, like one or two or three of them, if that, okay? And they were very small quantities of those. Now, this is the full, of course, range in here. Now, they're going to complement as well your ink sprays, which you previously purchased, whether it's the primary, the sunshine, the brights, the earth tones. They're going to work really well with those. But these are packed with mica. So if I just take you to any one of these, let's go to the magenta one here. You look at the bottle, but then look at the base. Look at all of that mica.
Lush.
Now, this is very similar to your shake and gilt, but the difference with shake and gilt is, of course, that's mica with a clear binder, so there's no actual pigmentation in that liquid, whereas with this one, you've got the ink, so you've got an ink spray, but then it's the mica and the shimmer together. So when you're shaking them, You rub them back and forth like this. Yeah, roll them, okay? So you go like that with them. You don't want to shake them up and down like a cocktail shaker. And the reason for that is, of course, the tube that goes through the centre of the bottle, you don't want to push mica up into there without liquid being surrounded it, okay? So once you've swirled it like this, you've got a full distribution of mica and ink together. It's not just concentrated mica, which would then, of course, struggle to go up that tube a little bit easier. They're so easy to use. They're incredibly effective. I mean, on black cardstock, they look bonkers. But look at the shimmer that you've got there. It looks like it's been spray painted.
Even if you use it to make your own shimmer cardstock.
Oh,
absolutely. At that price,
oh, 100%.
It's well worth it.
It's non-shed either. It doesn't move. It's stable on the surface. You can use it onto your resin projects. You can use it in resin as well to make mica pigmented resin. You can use it with your gessos, mix it with paints, use it neat, dilute it down, make bigger sprays from it as well. Mix the colours, it's entirely up to you, but this is the full range. And think about all those different surfaces. So making your inky backgrounds, die cutting, if you're going to go into your sketchbooks, you know, all of those different pads, like watercolour card, it looks exquisite with. I prefer to go onto a dark surface. I tend to find that you get a much more impactful result, but it will work perfectly on white as well. You'll still get the shimmer through there. It's intensely pigmented, okay? And of course with this, just general housekeeping as you would when you finish using them. Take the nozzle off, flush it through with warm soapy water, and I'll take you through all of that at demo as well. But this is unreal.
That's beautiful.
I mean, look at that shine that you're getting on this. I mean, it's intense, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's polished.
I would expect, Andrew, will you just divide £54.99 by 16, please?
16 colours inside.
I know, that's a lot. And you can paint with them as well, right?
Absolutely. So you can take the tops off. You could dispense them out into a palette if you wanted to, and you can do detailed painting as well. You can stipple and stencil with it. So some of the projects that we've got here, that one down there, just in front of that trimmer box, yes, that's one done by the lovely Karen. And what she did is she decanted them out onto a piece of palette paper and then used her stippling brush to give a wonderful stenciled effect. And look at the shimmer that you get on top of there. It's glorious.
That is absolutely £3.44. £3.44. Can't buy an ink pad for that.
No, if you were to go to, you know, your craft shops and buy a shimmer ink spray like this, you'd probably be paying like $6.99 for one of those. That's a crazy price. With that bundle, that's brought it right down for you, giving you a great saving. But again, we don't have deep stocks of these, so please, whilst we've got them, you know how long it takes for Cadence to come back in. It can take, well, sometimes 2 months, most cases 6 to 8 weeks. It depends. This is your opportunity to do it. We've got 2 hours to take you through them today. There are lots of different techniques and ways in which you can play with them.
It's exciting, isn't it? So Shop Bundle is going to get you all 16 colours, £3.44 a bottle before your club discount.
This is it.
Then you still get your points.
I think as well, a lot of the time with some of the Cadence mediums, we get them in our hands and then we're thinking, I love them, I bought them because they were super bright and sparkly and shimmery, but what do I do with them? And that sometimes can be the next step of the process. But with an ink spray, they're so versatile. Whether you're a stamper, okay, whether you like to work with your stencils, whether you do like to delve into the world of mixed media and use your paints, they will work on all of those familiar surfaces. So things like acetates, things like vellums, all your weights of cardstock, black, white or coloured, you can use it upon those to give you different finishes. Die cutting with it as well is fabulous.
That's amazing. Approaching 10% now is already allocated in people's baskets. We've been on there for 7 minutes, and already that's more than 1% a minute. So we need, you need to get your wiggle on. But they are lovely. This one I love. I mean, that is such a pretty colour. Look.
I mean, look at those two together.
Aren't they gorgeous?
They are wonderful. Now, of course, remember.
I have to treat myself to these.
Oh, you have to. They are just glorious. Now, of course, you can do the wiggle or you can roll them. That was the best way to give them that full
wiggle
dispense.
While you wait and waft while you wait.
Oh, there we go. That's it.
Wiggle and waft.
So you can see as it's mixing. It's glorious.
Amazing, isn't it? That colour, how it just mixes it. I mean, that's a beautiful colour.
Yeah, definitely.
Isn't it? That's your light purple. That's just glorious.
Now, if you're wanting to do shimmery effects, but for outdoor surfaces, so you're going to go into things like, you know, your plant pots, which we've spoken quite a bit about, garden ornaments, or you just want to use them on a surface that you're typically going to have, you know, outside. You just want to make sure you're aquastoning them or using an acrylic varnish.
Okay, and would you use these in your airbrush?
That's a great question. Right, okay. You can, but we would always advise that through every single colour combination that you use, you flush it through with warm soapy water. We'll have a go at it during the show. I've got mine with me, okay, so we'll play with that. But we advise that, of course, you can use inks and thinned down paints, but anything with mica in there can affect nozzles very differently.
Absolutely.
Now, that nozzle on the airbrush tool has a needle point. It's incredibly fine. It's probably almost as well, as it comes to that point, the same surface area as mica. It's literally, you know, super fine, it's a needle. So please be aware that you're going to have to flush it through and use those little brushes to keep it tip-top condition and clean. I would say just use them from the sprays. Just use them from the actual nozzle that's designed for this product. That's going to give you your best result.
I agree.
But if you want to play with them, you can maybe find the right gauge and the right pressure and the right, you know, the sort of point on your gun to use. It's up to you.
I guess you could, if you wanted to, go in with a pipette and just pull out the ink at the top, couldn't you?
Oh yeah, because of course as you leave it to settle, the mic is heavier, so it does drop.
Yeah.
That's with any medium. There's no way of keeping that stable. It's designed to, of course, be dispersed through, you know, shaking it basically. But yes, you could just take the ink out if you wanted to. You could add additional mica into here as well. So of course you'll notice that you've got your pigmentation with your mica, but there's nothing stopping you from adding gold mica into this as well. So then you've got a fuchsia gold.
Absolutely.
Or you can make an additional spray bottle with the ones we've got on the show with this, and then add your own colours in then.
So you can mix the colours as well.
Oh, absolutely. And full intermixability. They're all fully water-based, okay? They're acid-free as well, all water-based. So you can use them within your scrapbooking, with your photographs. Brilliant. There's so many different techniques, but with stencils, I found you get a great result. And I think as well, in a controlled area such as a stencil, because, you know, it gives you that surface area and the pass-through, you've then got your stencil as a giant stamp afterwards. And that's what I've really been enjoying, making some scrapbook pages that I know that when I've got my, you know, my photographs, whether it's my pressed flowers, whether it's going to be imagery I've used from Two Red Robins, I can then add those in when I want, because I've got my scrapbook full of beautifully designed handmade papers.
Exciting. Right, so Shop Bundle is going to get you all 16 colours for £54.99. You've got an £8.85 saving. Then you're going to take your club discount off. Then we're going to put your loyalty points back on. And on that price, get your basket to over £35 and you've got your free shipping as well. So it's all the good stuff, none of the bad stuff today.
Absolutely.
Right, next. Now, these are a bit special.
These are super special. These were our showstopper on Saturday morning, 8 a.m. So if any of you did join us for that show and you were on the fence, and of course maybe you've been thinking about it, you've now got a second chance.
Absolutely.
Okay? And it could be only a second chance because we've already had it flying out the door. It's one of our latest launches and releases from Cadence. We've never done this before, and brand new colourways to Cadence as well.
Half the stock has already gone.
Oh my word.
Okay, so we're working with 50% of where we started. So let me break them down into individual sets for you. Then we'll give you the mega bundle, and then David can tell you all about it. So first one is Shop Glam. You're going to get your gold. You're going to get your champagne, which is a beautiful colour. You're then going to get your silver, which is like a gunmetal grey. It's beautiful. And then you're also going to get your bronze in there as well. So for those four, it's Shop Glam and it's £44.99. You've got a £6.97 saving on that one. If you want this row, so you've got your grass, your turquoise, your black and your dark blue. That dark blue is lush.
It's dreamy.
It's really pretty colour. Look at that.
Like a sapphire navy.
It does. Look at the shimmer in that already. Isn't that incredible? So if you want those four, it's Shop Power. And if you want these four, which are your lilac, your pink, your pearl and your mint, that is Shop Sleek, SLEEK, £44.99. But we do have a mega bundle. So if you really want to treat yourself and get everything that's available now, this is really exciting. Shop Mega, you're getting all 12 for £119.99. You've got a £35.89 saving on that bundle, which is incredible. So we haven't just carried forward the 6.97s from each three, we've given you extra discount on there as well. Of course, there'll be no shipping with that because it's over your £35. But what a great opportunity to get the paste that matched the paint.
Yeah, I think as well with your first tier discount, it brings it down to like £107 or something like that. It's crazy. And you're going to get your points as well. So with these, they're a dimensional paste. Now you may remember, well, a lot of you will do, of course. Oh, I know. The diamond metallic paint, we launched here at Highlight Crafts about 6 weeks ago now. One of our busiest, fastest selling paints, sold out before the show. And what they've done is they formulated that very same paint but into a paste.
Wow.
So it's thicker. You still get that diamond paint, so you've got that fabulous glitter and mica and metal flake in there, but now you also have the resin crystals. So, can you hear that?
Love it, you
now,
can.
Surface texture is the key and the way to go with this. You can stipple with it, use a palette knife with it. We've got palette knives on the show. You can, of course, ombre with this, create marbled effects. Now, this here was using a mixture. I used my gold, my pearl. I used that wonderful navy sapphire with the turquoise in there. create a wonderful, 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 wonderful marbled effect. I mean, it's gorgeous. Look at it.
Even on a card front, David,
Oh, yeah.
just using a quarter of that would look absolutely spectacular.
I mean, the gradient that you can create,
beautiful.
the texture, it stays solid. You can use this on, of course, a variety of surfaces. If you're going to go into glassware, go into metal, you go into your cardboard, you can go into, of course, fabric. With fabric, it's not machine washable. It's a decorative finish, but you can hand wash it. It dries solid, though, do remember that, but it has a flex to it, so it won't crack, it will still fold. You can also as well use it on things like terracotta, porcelain, indoor and outdoor as well. But look at
I've
that.
got a download launching tomorrow morning on the Scan and Cut show, Steampunk.
Oh.
This is going to be amazing for the steampunk.
Oh,
Those
it is.
4 there will look absolutely incredible. So if there's any left, I'll be pinching it.
Oh, I think so. I think you're going to have to, because that with steampunk would look great. Imagine all of the cogs and all the gears and the pulleys and the inner workings all coated in this fabulous rustic effect. But again, then you can use it in a really beautiful aspect. Like we've got loads of different projects I'm going to share with you, whether you want to do ornaments within your home to create texture. This is a superior next level product from Cadence, okay? What they're doing here is now combining elements together to formulate almost like a child of a product. So you've got the paste that transitioned from the diamond paints. So you can see that evolvement that's happening there. It wouldn't have made any sense for us to bring you these first, then the diamond metallics afterwards.
No.
You can see that development process, and that's what's really important. It's like we shared with you the initial ink sprays. Now we've got the shimmer ink sprays.
And are the colours exactly the same?
So you'll find matches, okay? So there might be a slightly different name, but you'll find matches. Like you've got your grass in here, you've got your turquoise in there. Your fuchsia might be called dark pink in your metallic. So it will be a colour match that you can use together. So for example, over there I've got a little glass jar that's painted in dark pink, but then you could use fuchsia with it. But that's the paste. So that's done in diamond, and then that's done, of course, in the diamond paste.
Perfect, isn't
it? So you can use them together. So you could paint that on, then just stipple it in areas, which will give you that texture, but actually in keeping with the same colour. And you can see in that paint, that sparkle, like it's been airbrushed with glitter.
It does.
And you can see it also through that transparent bottle.
They're clever, aren't they?
I mean, 150 mils. That means in that entire bundle, you're getting 1.8 litres of paint. Just under 2 litres of paint inside there, which is a lot of products to be sent out to you, but it's going to last you an awfully long time, of course. When you're stenciled it goes a long way. You spread it thinly, but it still gives you that pronounced texture.
It's amazing, isn't it? I love that product. Shop Mega is going to get you all of them. Shop Glam will get you the top 4. Shop Power will get you the bottom 4. Shop Sleek will get you these 4. Or if you want Shop Mega, that's incredible value for money, isn't it? Right.
Oh, lots
we'll
of
get you all of them.
Everyone's saying they're going to do their backgrounds and then put their paste on top, so the shimmer backgrounds with the paste on top of it.
There you go.
That sounds good.
That sounds amazing.
Have to do some of that.
Right, canvas next.
Yes.
Ooh, stretch your own.
Canvas. Absolutely.
Unstretched canvas bundle. So what we're getting in here, oh, this is nice. Look at that.
So you've got your large panel. I think that's a 50 centimetre square.
Yeah, it is.
Then you get your 4 of your 12 by 12s inside here. So photo frames, if you're going to buy your photo frames and recover them, you can stretch them around, use a staple gun, or of course you can use nails. These are great as well if you want to stitch with it. Acrylic pour.
Nice.
Do a pour on it, stitch it and turn it into a bag if you wanted to. These are fabulous, of course, because then you're not then, tethered to a surface in particular, or of course, whatever it's when you're going to go and recover something. These would be great to cover your journals or your books, things like that. Wrap them around, hot glue them in place. You can do everything on here. They're pre-gessoed already. They're stitched beautifully. It's a very heavyweight canvas as well, so it is also going to be durable for shopper bags and things. But a wonderful little selection.
Yeah, and also if you've already got some canvases that are stretched and you want to change,
recover.
Just take the staples out. We sell a staple gun. Get yourself a staple gun and recover the frames. Love that. I think that's a really cool idea. Really nice for your art journals as well.
Yes, definitely.
Cover the fronts of your books, and then you can decorate the front as well. Shop Canvas. You've got a £6.50 saving on this. It's £8.49 for all of it.
That's really good.
I know, right?
That's actually amazing, considering the size of these. Do so much of them. You could also print onto them as well. Maybe even play with your sublimation with your sprays. I don't know. Have a go with it.
Yeah, well, you could cut the squares down and use them on card fronts too if you wanted to, couldn't you?
Yeah, because you can fray the edges in. So if you're going to do little texture tiles and things like that, put them on your cards. They look really nice.
Yeah, lovely. Shop Canvas, £8.49. Now we've got some panels here, stretched canvas panels. These are 8 by 10, and you're going to get 14 of them. Wow, There's a lot of canvases there. They're great, aren't they?
They are. They're absolutely.
I like the idea of doing canvas on canvas.
Yeah, I like that idea. That's quite cool. I love these. I mean, there's so many different things. Stocking up on canvas is something I'm always doing. I use them so quickly. I do a project, next thing I know, I want to do another one.
Right.
I've got a stack of canvases with me and a stack of finished projects. Do all your inky backgrounds on here. Do, of course, your paste, your techniques. You could also, if you wanted to, get a punch or a crocodile or a drill and put a jump ring through them, connect them all together, and you could have all your swatches on there.
Yeah, you could.
You know, you could really go to town with something like that.
Yeah.
That's what Cadence do. That's what they use. They use their canvases, do swatches, rice papers on them. Again, all those different techniques that we share with you here from Cadence can all be applied onto these.
Fantastic. Shop panel will get you 14 8-inch by 10-inch canvas panels for $24.99.
Wow.
We've got 4 left,
Oh,
so you
my
need to be
goodness.
quick if you want those. Right, next, the paper mache boxes next, David. So we're going to get 7 of these, from the little one, which would be beautiful for a piece of jewellery, to the larger one that you could put your smelly stuff in. It could be a silk scarf. It could be whatever you want it to be. Wow. Wow, look at the difference that makes.
So I've just gessoed this one. We're going to spritz this one with our shimmer sprayer during this hour. And I went in with the fabulous diamond relief paste, gessoed it black first.
Look at that.
And I mean, look, just adding a section of stenciling.
Yeah.
You could then have your sentiment or a gift tag.
It's lovely, that, isn't it?
I mean, it's so easy to do, but it transforms it instantly. You think
It
there
does.
you've got 7 different gifts. You've got
Yeah.
a wonderful, imagine putting a ribbon around that. And of course, it's all there together as one big wonderful gift, an anniversary present,
Yeah.
a special birthday,
Yeah.
something like that. We've got loads of special birthdays in our families this year, and thinking of gifts is quite tricky.
Yeah, absolutely.
But something like that would work really well. Then you could put 7 of the favourite things in there.
Shop mache, 7 of them, $19.99.
Wow.
I know,
That's
right?
good.
It's
And
a
these are
deal and a
solid.
half.
They're paper coated.
Yeah,
But they're
good
proper
quality.
solid.
Yeah, they are.
They really are.
Right, next, tea. Shop tea is going to get you 4 of these. I love these.
I mean,
These would be brilliant with your sprays, won't they?
they'll look great with your sprays because they're a matte finish. They adhere product really well. It's
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
key on there. You don't need to prime them or gesso them. Sometimes with glazed pottery, you do have to have a primer on there because it's so slippy. They're also weatherproof, so you can put them outside in the garden with your tea
Wow.
lights in. You can put fairy lights inside them or solar lights. You've got the cut stars and, of course, the windows in there. Super, super cute. I mean, you could rice paper them too. And what I would do if I'm rice papering it is I'd paper over the whole thing and not cut these out. So when it's lit,
Yes.
the paper lights up through it,
Yeah,
which I think would
lovely.
look so sweet. On a mantelpiece, all staggered,
isn't it?
raised up and down with little trees in between
Yeah.
them. Aren't they going to look amazing?
Yeah, absolutely. And we're starting to think about that now, aren't we? Because we do Christmas in June.
We
and
do.
We're already halfway
Yeah.
through May.
Yeah, I was going to say, if no one's aware, we do Christmas in June, and it's been a thing in the crafty world for quite some time. I was shocked
yeah,
when I was
forever.
first introduced to it, but then I totally understood why.
Yeah, because you've got to make stuff.
Absolutely, you've got to make your
If
stuff.
you make and sell, you've got
Yeah.
to be ahead of the game. So Shop Tea is going to get you 4 of those for $16.99. You've got a £2.97 saving on there, so a nice little saving too. And then the plates, David. So we're going to get 2 of these fancy plates
2 of
for
the fancy
$12.99. You've got a
I know.
$6.99 saving. That's a cracking price.
We've seen
Love
these on some of
these.
our shows, and lots of you, and we've popped them back on because we've noticed that some of you have been going for them for different reasons now. Whether,
Right.
of course, you're building up a set, you've seen them, you've used them, you want some more, great for stenciling. You can, of course, go onto here with your rice papers with your dishwasher safe glue in, and it's fully washable. You can use your diamond paste onto here as well for a decorative plate. I mean, for that size, for
love
that
them.
price, they're brilliant.
They are brilliant.
I mean, they're nice
Absolutely.
just as they are.
Yeah, they
but,
are.
I mean, if you just want to go on with a marble spray and aquastone it, then it would instantly transform it.
I just have even these, look.
Oh,
A couple
yeah,
of those on
little
there with some
centerpiece.
potpourly around the outside, little
Some little-
electric tea lights,
little trees. Yeah, little
How pretty are
snowman.
they?
That would be really
Something
pretty.
a bit different, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they
Even
are.
if, you buy the tubs of chocolate, instead of having them in a tub, just put them on the dish like that.
Yeah, it just
Shows
display
you
them.
care, doesn't it?
It does. Or you could get the box, like a rectangular box of chocolates, put it on there and cello wrap it together.
You could.
And that's a little hamper with a plate included. I think that'd be a nice gift.
There you go, look at you. Shop Gesso next is going to
Yes.
get you the black and the white for $11.99. Now,
mean,
the
you-
Gesso's incredible, isn't it?
It's the best, honestly, it really is. And of course, you can see how it transforms a white paper mache surface instantly with one coat of this gesso. It's incredibly pigmented, it's super thick.
It is very thick.
I've used
you can
loads of
taste through
different gessos. I mean, and of course, gesso is important for priming, for dimensional prep. Of course, it's great for repairing things if you're working on furniture instead of using a filler. If you've got somewhere where it's ever so slightly scraped off a laminate surface, or of course, it's just got a chip in it, instead of using a filler, use gesso. It's super smooth, and when it stands back, it's It's like porcelain.
It is. It's incredible.
You can pigment it, of course. With the black, you can mix your micas. With the white, you can mix your acrylics or your inks. So you can make your own different coloured gessos. It's a catalyst for so many different creations. But you could even mix your diamond metallics.
With that?
Yeah, of course you could.
It's, honestly, the gesso is phenomenal. I've never used a gesso as good as that, and I probably never will, because they're just good at what they do.
They are.
Right, shop bottle next. Now then, we've got little bottles here. I like these with the roller ball.
Think about putting your essential oils or
this is what
your
I'd use them for,
there,
and then just on your pulse points.
Yeah.
An eye cream's a good shout.
Yeah, eye cream for under
That's
eyes,
really
that sort
good.
of thing. So you've got inside here a kit that includes your larger glass bottles of 6 with your spray nozzles, so you can make your own ink sprays.
Yep.
And then you also get all of the sprays and the cap nozzles to go with those. And then as well inside there, is it 24 of the smaller glass rollerball bottles you get with the caps and the lids with the rollerball in.
Wow.
And you get funnels as well.
And you get 4 funnels?
Yeah.
$34.99. Now think about your mixing now. So you're taking your metallics, you're adding extender to it. You want to put them in a spritz bottle. You're getting 6 of these glass ones. You're getting 24 of the smaller ones. So if you only want to do a tiny, tiny amount, these are great. Love the fact that you've got the roller balls in there, because like you say, you can use them with your eye creams. You can also use them with your essential oils, and you get the lids for those, and then 6 of those. So 24 with the rollerball, 6 with those, which is fantastic. And your 4 funnel sets, so you're getting 4 different sizes.
Yes.
Of funnels inside there.
Switcheroo and grab the ones I've got.
You can just see. Oh, there you go. David's going to go. Oh, perfect. There you go.
There you are. So you can see you got all the different sizes. That one there, of course, will work for your larger bottles, but you can use it for all sorts of stuff. Topping up your spray gun as well, your airbrush tool. You can use it for those.
These are brilliant, aren't they?
They're so good. They're so useful. I mean, they're essential for lots of different things. Even if you're making me resin cast projects, you can use them for all those different things as well. But this bundle, I mean, imagine with gifts, with those little rollerball ones, you get a nice fancy bottle of moisturiser or something, print your own little labels on Makeover Studio, and in every single gift set that you create, you've got 24 little bottles of moisturiser or oils that then, you know, you could do even perfumes inside.
I was just about to say, you could decant some of your perfume into it and just keep it going throughout the day. Right, shop bottle is going to get you all of that with a £6.98 saving for $34.99, which is cracking. Right, one more thing and then we'll go to demo. So this is fab. Yes, you get ready. So blending, are you a blender? Do you like a bit of blending? Yeah, you should see how many hundreds of these I've got. It's ridiculous. Right, so we've got a deal for you here. You've got 3 of your blending brushes. So you've got the large, the medium and the small head. You're then going to get 5 of your little blending brushes in there as well. And these you can just wash them in warm soapy water and get them clean again. So you're going to get 5 of those. You're then going to get your little puffer for blowing your alcohol inks, or even your spray mist.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then good grief, I don't know how many we're going to count these, but you're going to get your handle with 2 sponges.
I think you get 50.
And then do you get 50 in total?
Is it? I think it is.
10 in each. Yeah, 50 of these.
Yeah.
Now, if you've seen Jamie Rogers come in to us when he comes and does his shows here, he uses these for his glue.
Yes, he does.
It's brilliant for glue. So whether you want to use them with your inks and create backgrounds like bokeh backgrounds, things like that, whether you're going to use them with your blending tool for your inks, whether you're going to use them with the glue, I would get that for the glue because I can wash it out then, but then eventually it'll go a little bit hard, but I've got 50, in fact I've got 52 sponges in there with your 5 blending brushes and your little pen brushes and your little spritzer. All of that, shop blend, $39.99, you've got a £19.28 saving on that. These little things here are really expensive to buy, so while we've got them on a deal, grab them. Right, David.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good.
We've also got to spin the wheel as well.
Oh, yes, we have.
So make sure to get involved with that today, because if you type the word crafty into the comments, you could then win a prize, and we'll be drawing the winner at the end of the show. And we are here for 2 hours today, so make sure to get your comment of the word crafty in now.
Yes, absolutely.
Right, so I'm just going to add a bit of stencil spray to the back of one of my large stencils we've got here. We've had these on at the weekend. There might be a couple left on the website, but literally, you can use any stencil for this. I'm just going for some that I've got in my stash. Now, it doesn't need to be fully stuck down here at all. I'm just putting it in place. I'm going to go in with some of my markers to show you in the first initial, spritz with this. So I'm going to go from this side so I'm not covering our camera operative today. And what we're going to do is shake the bottles from side to side. So when you pick them up, okay, you'll then notice as you're shaking from side to side that mica that was sat within the base, it almost looks like a pound coin of mica that's sat down there. You would then just oscillate it, okay, like this really easily. Now I am wearing gloves because throughout the day I've got other bits and bobs I need to do, and I need to keep my hands a bit cleaner today. But also, as well, it doesn't stain. You can wash it off with soap and water really easily, so don't worry about that. But I tend to, if I'm working with inks, use some protection on your hands. But if you're not bothered, you're not bothered. It's fine. It really doesn't matter. It's water-based, so it's safe. Right, so I'm going to go on with some of our pink first, okay? Just spritzing around here, and I love the way that this mica travels so smoothly along with the ink at the same time. So, and it doesn't blob either. You can see I'm getting a really nice fine coat there. Then what we're going to do is take our stencil away, okay, so I'm moving that one, and I didn't want to stick it down 100%. We're then going to go in with our hairdryer. I'm going to show you as it dries the shine and shimmer that you would get. So we're going in with a hairdryer for this one.
Wow.
I know, it's gorgeous, right?
How quick was that?
Super quick. I've still got my stencil with all my active ink on there. We're going to save that. Now, just as this dries, because I've given it a little bit of a blow dry to get it on its way, I'm going to pop it to one side. There we go. So I'm just going to pop it on top of here. And then I'm going to take my stencil, okay? We've now got a mixture of 2 different colours on there. So I'm going to take one of my glass spritz bottles, okay, which comes in that fabulous kit. And we're going to use just some water in here for now, okay? Make our own little spritz sprayer. And we can, of course, put additional inks.
Having proper glass bottles.
It's so much better. It's actually, it's better for your products. Some products you might want to use warm water to mix it with. And some plastics, when you put warm water in there, it's not good.
No.
Some plastic bottles will say, please never put warm water in here. It can react with the plastic. Glass is one of the safest ones to use. It's brilliant.
And you can decorate them all up.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Oh, it's a nice fine mist as well, that, David.
It's a proper fine mist.
Yeah, I like that.
It's
That's
not
good.
blobbing everywhere.
No.
It's giving us a great result. Then all I'm going to do is grab some of my card, okay, and we're going to pick up with this. I'm going to go and do some scrapbooking as well.
Is this the posh card?
This is posh card.
This
is good
rather
stuff.
Lovely stuff.
So start with one edge.
Posh card's fully allocated. Oh no, we need some more.
Wow.
That didn't even last a week.
That was new.
Didn't launch that till 12 o'clock last Tuesday.
There you go.
And it's all gone. Well done if you got that. Try and get some more.
So I've taken that away to create a wonderful ink transfer. Okay, so it's almost like we've pulled a print there. So we've not wasted any of our ink. I'm going to go back to our canvas so we can dry them both at the same time.
Elizabeth's asking, David, will those boxes work with the sublimation spray that you had on the other day?
Which boxes are those, sorry? I'm going to advise no, because it does need to be oven cured, the sublimation spray,
right,
and they're a paper mache surface, so I don't think they'll take well to the heat. It will probably warp them, and you've got risk of putting an item in your oven that's not safe there.
Yeah, no, that's not good. You could you could sublimate something and put it on top of the boxes.
Oh, absolutely. You could
do it that way.
sublimate a surface and put on there. We're still, of course, doing lots of technology development with those as well, different surfaces that we can use. So don't worry, that's all been well catered for.
Absolutely.
So as I'm just going through here, you can see I've gone onto, of course, a gessoed canvas here.
Wow.
So we've gone directly onto black with this.
That looks
We've
amazing.
used the leftover of our stencil. I know.
I love that.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Well, you've got 4 card fronts there straight away,
Oh,
haven't you?
100%. And these shows are all going to be around us making our backgrounds, covering our surfaces. We're going to paint with it too, so we're not just going to use it as a spray. We're also going to show you what it's like as a paint. In fact, we'll do that in just a few moments' time. But look, as this is drying, of course, that liquid ink then sets, and you're left behind with, of course, that dazzling shimmer.
Wow.
It is unreal. I mean, look at that. I mean, it is striking. It's like the light is just reflecting back off of it. Now, the print that we also pulled as well, you'll see the mica on the lighter surface.
That's gorgeous.
I mean, it almost looks like like if you strip back wallpaper on a wall and you've seen underneath there used to be some sort of pattern work, texture. That in a scrapbook, then putting in your own elements, because we could then work on top of this.
Okay.
So as we've got it as it is, we could then introduce other colours. With those spritz bottles as well.
I love that.
Remember, you can make your own.
I just want a row of those right along my craft room.
Oh.
How cool that looks.
So if you want to make some texture as well,
I love it.
Screw up some kitchen towel.
Right.
Okay. And I'm going to make a mess here, but it's fine. I've lined my table. God forbid there's no pinprick in this bin liner. Could you imagine?
If it's a purple demo area after, we know, don't we?
We'll see.
I've got eggs and balls next.
Oh, have you? Oh, you haven't. I think
I
I'm
have.
with you for that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, maybe actually I'm not.
No, you are. You are.
So I'm going to spritz just onto this piece of kitchen towel, which means I can then get it primed and then just start to blot it. And what I've done in here is mixed in some of my ink just with some water. So look how much I've made there. I've made tons. And I'm just going in and blotting it. Okay. Pick up that ink and move it around, and look how we're now fetching in additional colours.
Our lovely Fran had a golden wedding anniversary this weekend.
Oh yes, she did.
I had a lovely time. It sounds like you did, and she's posted some photos in Highlight Your Creativity.
Oh,
so go and check
fabulous.
those out. We'll have a look after Fran. Oh, I hope you had a lovely time.
Oh, me too. 50 years,
50
wow.
years, I know.
Did you have a party?
I think, yeah, I think they had a party. I think that's what the photos are from.
Oh,
Isn't
brilliant.
that fantastic? Oh, Aileen, I hope you're feeling better. She's watching in bed. She had a bad fall yesterday and twisted her knee and sprained her left wrist.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, Aileen, well, at least we can keep you company.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to say we can still keep you company.
We can.
Yeah,
absolutely.
no matter wherever you are. But yeah, we're sending you love and a quick, speedy recovery.
Absolutely.
Let's go over here. I'm just going to activate some of that ink now with a bit of water on here. Don't worry, Ethan, that one's only water. There we go. And then we're going to pick this up and travel with it. Now you can see how the mic is coming through, even in the blue there.
Fran says she twisted her hubby's arm and got the sleek set with the 5-in-1 trimmer. Well done. I think after 50 years, you deserve that.
I think so as well. Absolutely. Right, I'm going to put these to one side to dry. And I'm going to show you as well painting with this. So with these ink sprays, of course, there's a lot to be explored. If I just get a piece of card here and show you that if we go in with a brush, and I'm going to grab a brush, it doesn't matter really what brush we're going to use for this. I'm going to pick one that's going to go nicely down into the bottle though. Let's go for, let's have a look. Let's just use our yellow. Now, this is like a yellow gold, okay? Beautiful colour inside here.
They are beautiful, aren't they?
They really, really are.
I love the fact that they even go to the effort of foiling the label on the front.
Yes.
Everything's just done properly.
Yeah, everything is just,
isn't it?
It's perfect.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And
so.
you know, they have, well, they have a whole team, a whole creative team, but Vera, who taught us, I mean, she's adamant that nothing will come out unless it's absolutely perfect. So they have a whole creative department that test all those products, and they're not scared of going, no, it's not quite right. They don't want anything to leave their factory or their shop or come to you that isn't absolutely perfect. Look at that.
I think I'm visiting them again in 3 weeks.
Are you? Oh, it's happening then.
I
By yourself?
I think so.
Oh, David.
I know.
Well, let me know because I've got loads of lira left.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
oh, fabulous!
you can have them.
I could get bring some Cadence back with me.
Oh, wow!
I think so. Imagine me lost in Istanbul.
Gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's a film.
You ain't be going without me. I know. But we've got to stay here, you see, it's important. We've got to stay here and do this.
Absolutely, but painting with this. So of course, onto a cardstock surface, you could then go into your decorative finishes. Now, I'm using all my demos here, but I was getting excited.
Do you want me to do a quick recap?
I don't mind,
while
you
can
do. It's up to you, I don't mind. I'm just having
go
fun.
on then, carry
we can
on
build
if
this
you're
up throughout
having
the show,
yeah. Go on then.
I think it's really interesting and important as well for you to see how working with these ink sprays makes you feel incredibly creative. Now, if you've taken the lid off and you still need to give it a stir, just grab a cocktail stick, okay, and give it a good stir inside
You and your cocktail sticks.
This cocktail stick, honestly, it's so weathered.
Huge.
It's huge. There we go. So I'm just going to mix that mica inside there with my cocktail stick. I'm going to put a little bit of it out here onto my mat. Okay, so I'm only using a small amount.
Oh, yeah, nice.
And look at all that mica in there. There's tons.
How fabulous is that?
Beautiful. Now, we're going to go in with our cut and new sponge. So I'm picking it up on here now. But then we're going to use our mica to actually go onto the top of this. Now, what happens is, because it's got that liquid binder in there, it foams up a little bit. But this is now you're working with your liquid ink sprays in a completely different way. All the way around here, I'm just going over with that sponge quite gently, okay? You don't need to put loads on there. And I'm picking out all of the surface area, really, with something like this. And then, of course, we'll go in with our pills and our other colours on top of this later on. But if I then just go in and give this a spritz, you'll see the shine. Completely different if you choose a matte product, okay? So, little bit of heat onto top of there, dries nice and quickly for us. And although we've used yellow, it's got gold mica in it, so it's literally gilded the top of this.
Yeah,
it looks
amazing.
fab. Yeah, it's incredible. There we are. So I'm just going in as I'm working with this, and then I'm going to go and do a second layer on top.
Okay.
Pick up a bit more, and now I'm building up that mica, and you'll really start to see the polished shine. Could have done this with any colour, but I find it fascinating that the yellow looks like I've used
Gold.
a gilding effect. Yeah,
it's amazing.
Oh, it's incredible. There we go, in the middle of there. Super quick result as well. Think of all your embellishments, your resin projects. All of that can be explored and done with this technique. So again, a bit of heat on the top, dry off that liquid ink, okay, leaving the mica. Just a bit of gentle heat is all we need for this.
That's amazing, David, isn't it? From a white plaster cast to that.
Come from, well, I marbled it.
Oh, you marbled, of course you did. Everything gets recycled
Everything
and repurposed
gets recycled.
here, doesn't it? Otherwise,
it does. It can't
I was going to say, otherwise you can't fit anything in the cupboards, but we can't fit anything in the cupboards anyway.
This is also true. But look at that. Can you see that gold bouncing off the surface there? And we used a teeny tiny drop of this ink spray. And then we're going to mix more colours into that. But Mel, look at that. Look at the gold.
I know, it's incredible, isn't it? And do you know what? Now, having seen that, what a great way to get a lot of different colours for a little. Wendy Corbett says you need to take someone with you, David, because Mel's going to raid your stash while you're away.
This is true. What do I do? Give me some techniques on how I can lock it all down. Now, you can have a good play with it all.
I will.
Probably won't have time.
No, I won't have time. Well, heck, I have time to breathe, let alone do anything else. Right, come on, let's go and have a look at these sprays, because this is a brilliant, brilliant deal. So, brand new today, you're going to get your pearl, orange, magenta, purple, blue, green, black, light green, light fuchsia, yellow, dark orange, fuchsia, dark brown, light blue, red and light purple. So all 16 colours, all with that beautiful mica. So you can see at the top of the bottle there, it's just a coloured liquid. But then when you look at the bottom of it and you start to roll that and activate that mica, because as David said, the mica's heavier. So you need to activate it to go back into that solution so that it swirls around and gives you that even coverage. And you can start to see now how that colour's starting to change at the top. The most important thing when you're using something like this, like a shimmer spray, can you see how it's starting to, it's like all bubbles there, but you can see there's that mica inside it there. You can just see it swirling. Brilliant, brilliant product. Right, so if you want all of those, and as David's just showed you, use them with a little bit of cut and use foam, it looks like you've put gilding on the top, which is super cool, but you've got it in all 16 different colours. So it's brand new launch today for you. You've got an £8.85 saving, and it's £54.99 for all 16. We're not doing rows of 4. This is for all 16. What a cracking deal. Shop bundle, that will get that to you. Right, let's talk about these pastes. I mean, these are just delicious, aren't they? These diamond pastes. Have you got one open, David?
Yes, I have. Let me grab one
for
you.
Please.
Yeah.
I like to see what it looks like.
Are you ready?
I am ready, yeah.
Get the foil.
Born ready.
I know. Super thick.
How fabulous is that? That's really thick. So I could use a little bit of this to colour my Sospesa. No, Sirius and Capella.
Oh, yes, absolutely, you could.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. But it's got that texture in. And if you look here really closely, just go into here, you can see the texture. It looks like, you know, the really, really, really tiny, tiny, tiny glass beads that you can get. It looks like that.
The difference with these as well is they don't crush when you're working with them. They're actually resin crystals. So if you were to rinse out your brush or your palette knife after you've done this, you'll find that as you've rinsed it through, you'll have all these teeny tiny little clear spheres, okay? All these little teeny tiny crystals. And you can use those for other things as well. So there's lots of things you can do with it.
How exciting is that?
Yeah, you can pipe with it as well. Piping looks amazing.
Oh yeah, piping would look amazing. Right, so let's have a look at the colours here. So first of all, Glam is going to get you your gold. It's also going to get you champagne. It's going to get you your silver. And it's also going to get you your bronze. So your metallics in this one with the champagne just to knock it back a little bit. So Shop Glam will get you those four for $44.99. Shop Power is going to get you the green, the turquoise, the black, and the dark blue. That dark blue is delicious. Look at that colour. You can see the shimmer and the shine in that pot. Isn't that just gorgeous? And the matte metallics had that colour in as well.
Yes,
it looks
it did.
stunning. So if you want those four, it's Shop Power for $44.99. And if you want these four, which are your lilac, your pink, your pearl, and your mint, Shop Sleek, $44.99 will get you those four. Right, if you want some canvas, if you want to stretch your canvases, maybe you've already got stretch canvases and you want to redo something with the frames, absolutely. Maybe you make your own frames. This is going to be fantastic, but also cut them down into small panels and just do a small piece of artwork that can go on the front of a card. Maybe matte and layer it. Just because it's canvas doesn't mean it has to be paint. You can do what you want on these, which is super cool. So you're going to get 4 12 by 12s and one that is 50 centimetres square. So that's for a great big canvas. That would be fantastic with your photographs and things like that on. That is Shop, bear with, let me find it.
Canvas.
Shop Canvas, £8.49 with a £6.50 saving. So you're getting all of that little lot, which is cracking, right? If you don't want to stretch your own canvases, then we can give you 14. Bear with, that could be a disaster. 14 of the 8-inch by 10-inch panels, white, pre-primed, $24.99. We'll get you those. If you want these paper mache boxes, and look how fantastic this looks. As a gift, this would be amazing, especially if it's like a wedding gift, because you could decorate it like a cake and put all sorts of different. So you could have a little bottle of champagne with some chocolate truffles in the bottom, and then you could have something else for the bride, something for the bridesmaids, and work your way right up to the top. And that could be your jewellery for your wedding, couldn't it? Isn't that fabulous? But look at the difference that it makes, just gesso in it in black and adding that texture onto there. They're brilliant, aren't they? And you could aquastone over this if you wanted to, David, couldn't you, at the end?
Oh, absolutely, of course you could.
Seal it. I just think it's a really lovely box. But you're not going to get one, you're going to get 7 of them. All 7, Shop Mache, as in paper mache, $19.99. Right, my lovely, are you ready to come back?
Yeah, I am.
Right,
I was just reading everybody's comments. Wendy says, you should take your partner with you, David. Mel's going to raid your stash while you're away.
Correct.
And then Amanda says, Wendy Corbett, that was my thought. At least we know David's stash is refreshed often. Ravished.
He ravished often.
Ravished often. Honestly, can't keep that Cadence shelf tidy.
Don't look at me. It's Amanda.
Samantha?
I am Amanda.
Oh.
I have my own cupboard,
Amanda.
Thank you very much.
Amanda.
Amanda.
Everybody
Here we go. So, will those candle paints work on soap? Yes, they will. Are they on here anywhere? Like that, isn't she? Like that?
Yeah.
Are they on here anywhere? David's like, no, they're in the academy in a trolley. Right, though.
Honestly. Everyone loves to dabble their toes into a little bit of Cadence here and there.
Absolutely. It's because it's so good, we all want to share it.
But there is a lot more brand new coming out as well. It just keeps on going. I mean, do you know what, as well, a little tease for you? A lot of you have been asking for the candle paints, but not in metallic and not in the doors. You want an acrylic candle paint, so it's flat, beautiful colours, so they literally look like you're painting with acrylics. Just going to leave that out there. Full new colour range. I got a message the other day saying, can you please bring out some candle paints that aren't metallic? I absolutely love them and I've got them, but I want some that aren't shiny. And I went, me too.
Yeah, get that.
Me too. So yeah, absolutely.
It's happening.
Right, okay, so I thought we could do a little bit of texture making and some, scrapbooking as well. With these pages, we can also die cut them afterwards, so we're going to do some of that during the show. So I thought we'd mix it up a little bit. Now, I've gone into my stash and got all sorts of stencils out. I've got beautiful ornate elements. I've got some of my mandalas. I've got some, like, in the studio, swirly ones from our mermaid collection. We're going to use all sorts, but we're going to build up a background first. Now, just before we go on with anything, I'm going to quickly spritz both pages just with water. Okay. And the reason why I've done that, you can hear it.
Those bottles.
Oh, I know. I mean,
I need those in my life, I think.
It's so fine.
It is.
You literally, as I hold it like that, you'll be able to see.
It's nice for your toner as well.
Yeah, it is.
All that kind of stuff. If you buy your toners in big bottles, just decant some.
Miscellaneous water, what's it? I always call it miscellaneous water.
The micellar water.
Yeah.
Miscellaneous
I've always
water.
called it miscellaneous water.
That's hilarious.
I put sneezing powder in that one.
Oh, that was a quiet sneeze.
It's like a little mouse sneeze. So what we're going to do is start to go with some of our colours. Remember, as you're working with them, do your little shimmy, okay, backwards and forwards like this. Just roll it in your hands, okay? Don't want to be shaking it up and down like this, okay? You don't want to do that with it. If you do, just quick, because it's natural for us to do that.
Oh, of course.
It's like when you get a bottle of ketchup out of the cupboard, you do it, the same thing you do. But just make sure you're rolling it. If you have, just double check that you've not put any mica right up the tube, okay? And I will actually go into a little bit of cleaning with these because we've still got another hour after this as well.
Lovely.
So what I'm going to start doing is those pages I've sprayed with water, and the reason why I've done that is it's kind of like opened the surface for us, which means our colours have more opportunity to move.
Right.
When it's on a damp surface, so for example, like when you're painting fabrics, it's always ideal to spritz the fabric first with water. The fibres soak it in, it allows the paint to travel.
Right.
Okay. When you're going on and doing a background like this, you don't have to. I always just find that I get more use out of my inks and it spreads a bit further. So just a little tip for you. I'm going to go in with my colours. Ooh. Okay. Look at how much these pack a punch on here. And then let's go on with a darker colour, okay, through here. Just going on with my sprays. And then we're going to go on with, let's have a look, this one is our orange. So proper juicy colour inside there, okay. And I really want to build up some ink pooling on there as well. Teeny tiny spritz of water, again, just on top before we fold it over. Because I'm going to press these together.
Oh, nice.
And I'm just going to massage the pages together like this.
Could you use these on your jelly plate with the
Oh, yeah, absolutely, you could do, definitely. I even like the texture I'm creating here as well. So we're going to take that away and look at how the mica builds up in these like waves that it's created there.
Wow,
it's
look at
gorgeous.
that.
I know, it's really, really nice. Now,
that's cool.
What you can do in between each process, and especially with the next one I'm going to, is just do a bit of drying because I'm going to go in with a stencil. And before we stencil it, I'm going to show you that even this initial first process, you can see the shimmer coming through. So quick blast around, okay. And that mica, you can see as I push it down, it's sandwiched out. But it's given me a perfect mirrored result, which looks really, really nice.
That's really cool.
So again, you're making your own papers. Now look at that blue there. Can you see that shine?
Oh, yeah.
That's intense.
That is.
Okay, you're getting a fabulous result from these. Then what we're going to do is go in with some of our stencils. So I'm going to grab one of these, and I'm not being precious with where I'm placing it. I'm going to pop that one just up here. Now we're going to use the stencil and we're going to use it as a stamp. So we're going to pass through and then use the, should I say, the relief side of this. And I'm going to go through with a lighter colour, okay? So I'm not going all over the stencil, but it's going to pick out some of our texture here and then bring it back down just to there. And again, just push down and it'll fetch some of that colour through. So we're literally building up our backgrounds at the moment.
I love that.
We can go in with one of our mop head brushes as well and just diffuse any of our corners and edges as well.
Nice.
Remember just to wash these out afterwards, okay? Pick up a bit of that ink from over here and blend that through. Then to soften any areas, bit more ink inside there, and just keep building up texture. We're going to go in with this one now instead. Let's have a look at this beautiful colour, and then let me just clear this nozzle through. There we go. Bit of my yellow inside
yellow's
there.
Nice too, isn't it? It's a proper sunflower yellow. That.
Look at this, absolutely gorgeous. I think I'm going to replace that design up here in the top corner. And this is your scrapbook, and these are your backgrounds. This is what you're then going to be die cutting with. All of those different finishes and results inside here. And look at that really soft area that we're going through inside. Now, again, you can then start to dot in here detail. I think I'm going to bring some of that pattern just into this top corner, just around there. There we go. So I've got a bit more of it just there like that. See as that's coming in?
Yeah, lovely.
Now, I'm just going to quickly go over here and dry what I've got so far. Give it a quick blast.
And that's important, isn't it? Because you don't want to end up with mud.
Oh, no, absolutely. Because what I've got here...
in between.
Definitely. You can sandwich it down and do another print in here.
Yeah, I like the idea of doing that print.
And these ones that I did this morning.
Oh, look at these.
So, look at that. They're absolutely good. Look at the shimmer as it dries.
That die cut is going to look, well, with butterflies, imagine butterflies out of that. They're going to look exceptional, aren't they? Oh, here he comes with his Pro Cut.
So...
You managed to get your deal last week. I hope you did.
Absolutely.
Now.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my die cutting plates, okay, with my paper. So I'm just going to pop this paper design in here, and I've got some dies with me. Let's have a look. Let's use... I'm going to use some poppies. I think that would look really, really, really sweet. And also they're what I had to hand. So what I'm going to do... Okay, so I'm going to put the poppy in... Ooh, those designs there look nice. I think I want to capture those bits. So I'm going to put it there, like that. Okay.
I love making backgrounds and cutting. Also, we had silhouettes.
Oh, yes, definitely.
You know, all the silhouettes that you've got. I could put this through my printer once it's dry.
You could do. Yeah, absolutely. You could put it through your printer. Yeah, just smooth it out afterwards. There we go.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Because then you could print your silhouettes from your the MCS that we bought you
Oh
the other
yes,
day.
absolutely. The shadows one. That would look great.
That would
and
look
the
really
punch.
cool, wouldn't it?
That would be
Also, don't
fabulous.
forget, we sell black vinyl. In fact, tomorrow when we do the scan and cut shows, we've got a double pack on a deal for you. Your thin metal dies will work with vinyl through your Pro Cut because you've got the metal shim. So the metal shim will help cut that plastic, which is $5. Right, what shall we ask a question? We need a question.
A question. Well, firstly, I want to know what everyone got up to at the weekend, but also
Favourite Cadence product.
Look at that.
Favourite Cadence product so far. What's yours, David? No, that's
Favourite
a big
Cadence
question,
product so
how
far.
lovely is that?
That's absolutely
gorgeous. Do a black
gorgeous.
drop shadow behind that on a piece of white card, sentiment with your
I'm gonna
label
do it.
maker.
You know,
with your label maker that we
Definitely
got.
with your label
that
maker.
little sentiment, job done.
Bit of
It's
black
lovely,
card.
isn't it? And you get to make all the mess and then play around.
Absolutely.
Don't be scared of getting messy. Just cover your surface. Make sure that everything's covered. That takes away that fear. And then start to spray and play around. That looks incredible, David.
I know, it's bonkers. And it's come out of the die beautifully as well.
That's lovely.
I'm just going to cut our black drop shadow here. Bring that through.
Stunning.
And I'm really mixing all my different mediums here together. I'm using my die cutting, my stenciling, my journals, my ink sprays, my stencils. I'm using loads of different techniques for this, which is really nice.
That's gorgeous.
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah, really, really lovely.
If I just pop these.
See, it doesn't all have to be about canvases and glass
I've gone through with a
jars
slightly
and
thicker
plates.
one there. I'm going to grab another piece.
That's a thick card.
I've gone through
that
with
one.
300 for that one.
Yeah,
that
you
is
have.
very, very thick. There we go.
What's your favourite Cadence product? What would yours be?
My favourite Cadence product? Wow, that's a really tough question. I mean, something that I use day in and day out, and I know you might think, really? It's my hybrids, okay? All of my hybrid acrylics, I use them for everything, okay? They are the best acrylic paint I've ever worked with. I use them for everything at home. Even if I'm just doing a little bit of upcycling or touching up a bit of paintwork, Cadence for this, Cadence for that, the acrylics are fabulous. A transformation paint, probably one of my favourite ones that we've launched. The heat transfer medium I think is bonkers. I think it's fabulous that you can foil any surface onto fabric. It's really tough. It's really hard to pick something, and I think it'd have to be with the diamond metallics because I've never seen a paint like it in my entire life.
Yeah, they're amazing.
I don't know how they've done it. It's crazy. What about you?
Cut and use foam.
The foam. It is
Honestly,
the foam,
cut
yeah.
and use foam, stencil spray for me, because there's no point having all these fancy stuff if you can't apply it properly.
Yeah.
And the applicators just make such a difference. But I do love the paste as well. The Capella and the Sirius are brilliant structure
definitely.
paste. They're fabulous. And what I love about that, you're buying 16 sprays, but actually what you're getting out of it is 16 different colours of paste, right? Because you can mix it, or 16 different spritzes. There's just so many opportunities because a lot of their product is water-based. It means that everything works together, which is super, super exciting. I also love their finger waxes, but their Dora,
the finger waxes.
Their Dora hybrid acrylics for me.
Oh yeah, you love those ones.
I do,
yeah,
absolutely.
They're beautiful. This is the thing, and 99.9% of their range is waterproof as well. There's that die cut of the drop shadow as well. And this is how you can transform something so quickly and easy. We're going to do some diamond relief paste as well on here in a few minutes.
See, that just goes on there like that, onto your white card blank. So that's your card blank, little sentiment that goes across there, maybe a little spritz of something in the background, and that's your card done.
That's it
How
done.
stunning is that? And that's just literally throwing ink at a piece of paper,
yes, it is.
Isn't it? And then
really
drying it and then die cutting it. I think it's a fabulous thing. Don't be put off by the words mixed media.
No,
not at
all.
David's just used die cutting with paper and card and spritzers. It's just mixing up your products. I love that. I think that's super, super classy, isn't it?
It really is
really
stunning.
pretty.
Yeah. When you start to see the results, I mean, the fact that you can take it for paper crafting like that, or you can do something quite heavy-handed, shows you a lot of versatility with the product. We've got some black card here. Oh, sorry, go on.
We've got some people answering our questions. I'm loving the Cadence Crackle Medium, says Wendy.
Oh, yes.
My favourite Cadence product is the Dora Metallic, says Karen. Yep, me too. It was my birthday yesterday, so got extra pennies to spend this week. Yay! Happy birthday for yesterday,
fabulous.
Tracy.
Happy birthday, Tracy.
Happy birthday. I hope you had a lovely one. Christine Schwartz, my favourite product is the new matte metallics. They're amazing. I know,
they are
right?
crazy, those.
I love the cut and use foam and hybrids because they're so versatile, says Fran.
Fabulous.
Stencil spray, says Mrs. H999.
Stencil spray.
Love the fact that you're getting Dora stuff too.
Dora stuff too.
Dora
Anything
stuff too.
anything with the word Dora in.
Love that. What else have we got? That's it. Everybody's wishing Tracy belated a birthday. Yeah, let us know what your favourite Cadence product is. What else have we got coming out?
Coming out? Oh, okay. Well, I know the Aquastone absolutely went crazy when we had it on a fabulous deal not too long ago, but we've now got it in a 500ml bottle. Yes. That's coming out. I believe that might be with you on Thursday for Thrifty Thursday. I know. It's bonkers.
I saw it and I was like, I need that in my life.
Because you can mix your mixed media shimmer sprays with your Aquastone and create a shimmer glaze.
Oh my goodness. Right. Yeah. Game changer.
Shimmer ink glaze. That's something you got to try. I mean, shimmer ink glaze on ceramics, on glass, on paper, cardstock, a lot.
That's mega, isn't it?
Yeah, there's loads of coming out there. There's still plenty to explore. We've got different fabric sprays. We've got all sorts going on. But you've got to get.
Annette Gilbert says Shake and Gilt. Good shout. Love Shake and Gilt. Emma Lewis says this show has cost me a small fortune. Ordered the new sprays and the paste mega bundle. Well done, you.
Good for you.
Oh, that's happy post, isn't it? Imagine if that arrives tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to say
what a great day.
We are here, of course, for this show up until 1 o'clock today. But if you check out before that time, you've got a much higher chance of your order being picked and packed and sent out in the same day.
Fran says, "Oh, thank goodness for that. About time, larger bottle. I know, right?" I don't think that's going to sit on the shelves very long, is it?
No, I don't think it is.
Right, David. Pace.
Pace.
Ooh, I'm excited because I haven't seen these yet.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in with our pearl. We've got our navy. We've also got our turquoise and our gold. Now, I've made up my own little bundle here from the mega bundle, okay? And you'll find that with every single colour from that mega bundle, you can use one-on-one, okay? So you can literally use them all in pairs. Nothing jars, okay, which I love. So, oops, absolute bulldoze. There we go.
I wonder what you were going to say there. I nearly choked. I was like, what is he on now? Nothing surprises me anymore.
Could you imagine?
Like a bull in a china shop. Oh, dear me. Honestly, here we go. It's only Monday. We're off.
Monday.
We're off.
Okay, so
look. Be a good week this week.
It will.
Feel it.
Look how velvety and creamy this is, right? So I'm going in with my palette knife here and look at that. It is incredible. Lush. Now, the peaks of this product would stay formed in that direction. And this, it's like melted butter when you're working with it, okay? When you leave the butter out of the fridge and it goes super soft and silky. Like me too. And that is how this is. Now, I'm just going to bring over this chap because what I did with him is I painted him with the gold. Then I went in with my Dora waxes.
Wow.
I know. Look at that.
David, look at that.
So this is like super basic.
Wow.
You might think, oh, wow, okay, then so what? This is going to take me a while to get this. No, not at all. This was clear plaster, white plaster, sorry. You can see there, I've not done the base purposefully so you could see what it was like before. Painted it all. I gave him 2 coats. So the first coat goes on thinner, okay? Use a brush for it. You can sponge the second coat on. And what happens is you see how the crystals gather and build up in areas. If I just share this bottle with you.
I love that.
I know, I loved doing this.
That for Christmas is going to look amazing.
Filled with lights.
Yes.
How nice would that be? But look at how, when you're working with a brush, how it gathers the crystals in areas. So you get a build up, okay? You get these little islands of crystals together. But then in these areas, which are flatter, where you have maybe a little bit more distance between each crystal, that's where you can see that diamond paint.
Wow.
Okay, so it's there we go. You see that
Is that
flash.
one of the glass bottles, the one with the love on it?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
I know. So imagine
I was telling you last week to get those, wasn't I? Aileen says, whilst out of my pain relief fog, oh, I know it's horrible, isn't it? Can I use matte metallic with my paint pouring, please?
There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to. No, the matte metallics, of course, they're your smaller 50ml bottles, so you might get through it a bit quicker because they don't come in a bigger bottle. But if you mix it with your standard pouring effect medium, yes, you can do. Just be cautious with it because those matte metallics are ever so slightly more fluid in consistency. So you might just want to make sure that you're using a little bit less water because it's usually 50% of your paint, 50% of your pouring, and then half of that again is water, so 25% water. So just make sure to use a little bit less water. Probably go about 15% if that.
Brilliant. There you go, Aileen. Good shout. I love that, David. That texture's really amazing. Nice.
It's gorgeous. Now, to create a little bit of a varied sort of blend with these pastes is really achievable for anybody. If you've looked at some of our projects, and we've tried to, and we're doing this, and I love that we're introducing all these pieces of equipment to help. When you see a blended piece of furniture or a blended canvas, and you think that's taking ages with a sponge, the airbrush tool we've now got, which does that for you with your inks and your paints. when you're working with the paste blending, you might think, well, that's going to be super tricky. No, really, really easy.
Okay.
And we're going to do it through a stencil as well. So I'm going to pick it up in different areas and start, listen to this. That noise is what you need, okay?
Gritty.
It is really gritty. So pushing it down, and what I'm going to do is always work from this top left-hand corner down to my bottom right corner. So every colour I introduce, it's going to be the same direction, giving me, of course, a nice marbled finish.
Right, okay.
So I'm picking up the gold and just using it sparingly at the moment, okay? We're going to dip into another colour in just a few minutes' time. There we go. So just going to keep going round on here. And you might think, oh, what about all that's left over on the stencil? Just keep going and you gather it all back off, okay? You keep building more up. Now, I'm using one of our plastic palette knives. We did have these on the show on Saturday. I love these because they're so flexible. So as you're pushing them down, they go flat to your surface.
Yeah, brilliant, aren't they?
Shop palette. I'll put them on.
Shop palette.
Fabulous.
Andrew's put them on. How much?
$6.99.
$6.99 for how many, please?
4.
4. $6.99 for 4.
4 of those in there.
Palette.
These are brilliant, okay? Really easy to wash too. They're all the same shape. So you take off any colour that you've got left on that palette knife, and then we're going to go in with our next colour. I'm going to use my pearl last because that'll be the easiest colour to muddy. Okay?
Wendy says, think I'm going to add Cadence favourites, decoupage and napkin glues as well. To be honest, still new to Cadence and not found anything I have bought. I have not, and always get great results.
There we go. That just shows if whatever you pick up and choose to use, you will always enjoy the result with it, and that's the beauty. Oh, and with that gold as well. How nice is that?
Stunning, isn't it?
So as I'm going over here, you're then going to start to get that gradient of the golds and the navies going together. So notice I'm going over the top of the colours with it. Not too much, we don't want to take over, but just teasing it into those areas.
Okay.
And then we're going to bring out a lot of light with the pearl. And then the pearl is a fundamental one. If you've gone for your bundles individually, definitely make sure to go for your bundle with your pearling because you can mix that with any other colour.
Yeah.
Make your own tones. Before we go into another pot, just quickly clean off your palette knife, okay, so you're not mixing it into another tub.
Super easy, isn't it?
Definitely. Cleans up really well. Now we're going to go in with a bit of this turquoise, introduce some of this into here. This is look at that colour.
Glorious.
It is, I mean, that is just a dream.
Beautiful colour.
Yeah. You just want to eat it.
Yeah, don't eat it.
No,
Please don't eat it. Look at them between your fillings.
Ooh,
oh, no, you don't want to be doing that, do you?
No, you don't. So, in with all of this, and I've not got much space left. Now, with a paste like this and an effect that we're creating, you wouldn't actually have to fill all the stenciled area. It would look quite nice with some of it almost being like, you know, broken away. So I'm just going to go over and scrape again, really mixing some of this in now. Okay, and when you start to make up these separate colours on your palette knife, you could then, of course, save this in another tub if you wanted to. Make up your own different shades. Now we're going to go in with the pearl, okay?
Love this.
So the pearl one, we're going to use to infill those areas. So we're just using it same direction, and this is going to bring out a highlight for us.
I love stencils for this because it looks like a right royal mess, doesn't it? And
it
then
does.
You take the stencil off and it's like, wow.
That's the beauty of something like this.
It's so exciting.
It's that extra element of surprise that you get with it.
You never know what it's going to look like,
no.
do you?
No, absolutely not.
I love it.
So in with the pearl, and this again is just highlighting, and that sapphire was quite dark on a dark surface, so this is going to bring out the colour a little bit more for us.
Fran's asking, would you leave the foil on the top, on the pots?
You can do. I would suggest, the thing is with these, sometimes when you take the foil off, you might tear it in half and you might think, oh no, like if I need to keep the foil, it's spoiled. You can literally just put a piece of cling film or tin foil over the top and screw the lid down. That's a part of the manufacturing process and for shipping purposes, okay? With that lid being on there, it's going to keep the product nice and tight, but when it's been sent from Cadence to here or anywhere else in the world, it's an extra layer of protection. It's like on your bottle of milk. Yeah. Okay? So when you open it, you take that off and bin it.
Yeah.
With this, of course, it does keep a little bit more of the moisture in there. What I tend to do with some mediums, or maybe if I've used them and I think I might not be coming back to this for a couple of weeks, is I would put my own foil or cling film around that and then the lid on top. And it just creates a little bit of compression between the lid and the bottle. Always store them out of direct sunlight as well, because this bottle is transparent, so the UV rays would be able to get to that product. So you want to make sure that you're storing it in an area that's not in direct sunlight. So just going over now with the gold as a final touch, picking out any final accents with it, like this. And then let's reveal, okay? So all our lids go back on our bottles, on the correct ones. So no, it's not imperative that you keep that foil.
Right, ready? This is the bit. Wow. Look at that.
Look at that beautiful.
That's amazing.
I mean, that is just stunning.
Absolutely beautiful.
We've marbled with it, it's mottled, there's texture in there, there's gradients. You can see how striking the pearl was, but also, as well, the fact that we drew from the top left down to the bottom right with that continuous motion has given you that marble effect, that tortoiseshell finish. I mean, look at this panel here from that stencil. Just that petal shape there. You've got all 4 of those colours just in that one section.
Yeah, stunning, isn't it?
As well, if you were to paste this onto something like your Teflon sheet or, you know, a non-stick surface, paste it through a stencil in a shape, peel it off, you've got your own jewellery, you've got your embellishments, okay, your earrings, all that sort of stuff.
Love that.
It's things for you to then to paper piece and stick onto a different project. But that, with those pastes,
on
is
the front
beautiful.
of a book or a diary or something like that, you know, go out and buy inexpensive books and diaries and just make them your own. They're absolutely fabulous, aren't they?
You can see the dimension of that paste. Even where these little peaks are here, where it's built up and gathered, that will stay dimensional and raised. That won't change.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Right, David, I'm going to give you a minute or two to tidy up,
you.
and I'm going to go and do a recap on what's busy on the shows. So, definitely, you're brand new today. We might have had 1 or 2 of these on the website previously, but we've certainly never brought you the full collection. These are your Shimmer mixed media sprays from Cadence. So this one's a perfect example. You've got that deep dark blue at the top, like a royal blue, but then the very baby blue at the bottom. That's your mica. So you're going to literally side to side like that, or roll them, whichever you prefer. What you're not going to do is shake up and down, because that mica is going to go up that tube, and you don't want that tube to get blocked. If it does, literally get a glass of clean water and just put the actual end of the pipe in there and spritz until it comes clear. There's no getting away from it. If you're adding mica to a fluid, it's going to be heavier and it's going to sink to the bottom, and then you're going to have to just keep up with that housekeeping. That's really important, because with a quality product like this, you don't want to be wasting it. So shop bundle is going to get you the pearl, orange, magenta, purple, blue, green, black, light green, light fuchsia, yellow, dark orange, fuchsia, dark brown, light blue, red and light purple. All of them £54.99. You've got an £8.85 saving. But if you've got your Sirius and your Capella, you've now got 16 different colours of that, which is fabulous. If you want to paint with the mica, you've now got 16 paints that you can paint with. If you want to mix it with your hybrid paints, maybe you got the big 500ml one, the white the other day. Now you've got that in 16 different colours. This is the point. What Cadence do is, what we try and do on the shows is add 1 more product or something that revitalises it all, which is fabulous. This is that product. Shop bundle will get you that for £54.99, and of course there won't be any postage because your basket's over £35. Imagine all those colours just arriving through your door. How exciting is that going to be? Right, your pastes are next. So we've got them in 3 batches of 4, or we have 1 big bundle, depending on which way you will prefer to shop. So first ones are your shop glam. So you're going to get your gold, your champagne, your silver, which is like a graphite silver. It's a really beautiful colour, really rich, deep dark grey. I've seen quite a lot of cars like this at the moment, with that metallic to it. And then also your bronze, which is super beautiful. It's really rich and buttery. That will get shop glam, £44.99. If you want your power, which gives you your grass, your turquoise, your black and your dark blue, shop power, £44.99 will get you that one. And if you want sleek, which is this one, that will give you your lilac, your pink, your pearl and your mint. They're absolutely beautiful. You've heard David talk to you about these all the time. You've seen him now paste with them. You can hear that texture, but that texture that shimmers and shines. Look how it picks up as the light bounces off it. It's absolutely fabulous. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? Love that. So if you want glam, we'll get you those 4. Power will get you the bottom 4. And sleek will get you these 4. Now, if you're going to really treat yourself, shop mega is going to get you all 12 of them for £119.99. Now, that's before your club discount. You'll then get your club discount on top of that. Then you'll get points put back onto your account in about a couple of weeks. There won't be any postage, so short of delivering it ourselves, there's not much we could do. Now, on a brand new product, you're saving £35.89. That's the bit you need to look at. That discount, that's incredible. And then you get your extra discount on top of that. Shop Mega will get you that for £119.99. Right, bottles next. You've seen David use these quite a lot. So you're going to get 6 of the larger bottles. These are the ones that David's been using. They'll come properly boxed for you, so they'll arrive perfect. And you also get your 6 spritzers. I like these bottles. I like these bottles a lot. They're really good, aren't they?
They're fabulous. And the spray's so fine on them too.
Yeah, but the nozzle's wider, isn't it?
Yeah,
Which is good.
Yeah, definitely it is. And there's a little V shape as well in the bottom of those bottles,
Yeah,
which means,
there
of
is,
course,
look.
if you are putting markers and things like that into them, it's not going to get blocked up.
I'm wondering whether I would transfer them
Could
or
do.
mix my own.
Yeah, I would mix your own, absolutely.
I think that would be a good shout. But on top of that, I love these. These are super cute.
Yes.
I have things like this with tea tree oil in,
Yeah.
lavender oil in, all that kind of thing, eucalyptus oil in if you've got a cold. Just a little, and they come with the rollable tops, which I think is brilliant. I'm actually going to put my eye cream in one of these because that's a really good applicator for your eyes. You're going to get 24 of those with the little roller balls, which I think are brilliant, and the lids. So 24 of those and 6 of your large ones with your spritzers, plus your 4 funnels, which give you these different sizes. So when you are mixing, this is a perfect way to be able to get that product in that bottle. Okay, so you've got all 4 of those as well. That is shop bottled, £34.99. You've got a £6.98 saving on that. That's a cracking little bundle, that, isn't it? I love that.
Brilliant.
Then we're going to go to the black card, Andrew.
Yes, please.
Right, so we're now going to black card. This is what you've been working on.
I've been
Done
using
some
this
of
one
it
as
with
well. This is your really silky smooth watercolour card. It's brilliant. I mean, you get 15 sheets, I think, in each pad.
Yes.
But it's literally glossy inside here. So it spreads really evenly. So if you're going on with mica paints, this is the perfect one to use. Absolutely. And you get 2 packs in here.
Yeah, you're going to get 2 books, so you're going to get 30 sheets in total. And it's shop watercolour, £12.99.
Yeah.
You've got a £6.99 saving.
Brilliant.
That's amazing, £12.99. Don't miss out on those. I know Stephanie uses those a lot with her painting. So if you are on that painting journey, whether it's with Stephanie's Painting Perfection Club, David's Cadence Club, all of that. Tell me a bit about this Cadence Club, David, because we're now launching the second batch, aren't we, of classes?
We are indeed. So the second lot have now launched for you, so you can, of course, join in with that one. We've already done the first 2 classes. The first one was glassware, second one was all wooden items. And the way that the Cadence one works, very similar to the other clubs, is that, of course, with that price of £29.99, you get, of course, a month, 3 months of education, and each month you will receive a video. Could be up to 2 hours long, and we take you through, well, I take you through all these different processes. And it's a space and an opportunity for you to then be able to get to learn how to use the products that we've shared with you on the shows. So you've got the additional education, and you've also got all the inspiration along with it. Now, being part of the club not only gets you, of course, this education that's then sent to you each month, you do also get a shopping list for the items that are used within the class for you to be able to then purchase and join in. Also, as well, you are then going to be added into or invited into an exclusive Facebook group. Now, within that Facebook group, it's a closed community. It means in there you can share your own makes, your progression, maybe anything you're struggling with, any questions that you want answering, but all of your photos now, we have everyone posted in there every single day. We had Stephanie struggling with her crackle. She then went on a complete journey with it and now is an actual crackle connoisseur, okay? So this is it.
Love that.
It's a brilliant space because everybody also gets involved, not just myself. Everyone gets involved and says, oh, this was my experience, this was my journey, this is what I did and this is how I overcame it. You know, everyone shares their own little journey with it. Also, as well, you get a direct email. And within that email, you'll be able to email us directly. So you're then passing straight through everything else, and it will be then sent straight to us, who is, of course, featured within that club, and we can answer your questions. And that could be anything from how to use a product that you've had years ago, anything you're struggling with, or you just need some advice on how to work with it.
Brilliant.
And of course, as well, occasionally within those months, you'll get a download. So sometimes there'll be a download for rice paper within that month, or you might get a download for a stencil, or it could be a PDF of instruction sheet, a paper, anything at all. you're going to get downloads as well included. So when you break it down for less than £10 a month,
it's cracking
for the education.
Absolutely.
Of course, with a download in there sometimes as well. It's great.
It is great. If you want the club, so if you want the first one, it's Shop Cadence 1. Is that right, Andrew?
Yep.
And if you want, and it's the word 1, so Shop Cadence 1, that will get you the first 3 months. You can still catch up. They'll stay there, they'll stay on your account. If you want the second batch, so June, July and August,
Yes.
you're going to do Shop Cadence 2, the word 2, and that will get you that for $29.99. Listen, you're spending your hard-earned money on these incredible products. The best thing you can do to get the best out of them is to join the club, because you'll get so many more hints, tips, tricks and techniques, and you'll get the best out of your product and you won't be disappointed. And nobody should be disappointed with any Cadence product, but using it correctly. Like you said with Stephanie, she had a bit of a journey with her crackles, now loves it. It's finding out that little hint tip technique that works for you, but absolutely join those clubs because they're worth their weight in gold.
They are indeed.
Right, my lovely, what we're going to do now, we've got a little bottle.
We've got a little bottle. Okay, so I'm going to show you as well how you can make one of your rollerball inks, and we're going to do some projects as well on our stencils. This is one of Mel's projects that she did with her Capellas, layered stencil. I'm going to take you through this, using your shimmer sprays on top of it and how many different ways you can use it. Okay, so we're going to do lots of different things here, and we're also going to go back in on top of our shimmer sprays, as this one here is dried, then with our relief pastes. So we're going to show you how you can build that up. I've also got an apple here.
Nice.
I'm going to show you how you can do a wonderful...
They were literally flying out last week, weren't they?
I know, right? I don't even know if there's any left, but they've been crazy. With, of course, your kit, you're going to get these pipettes too. So with the pipette...
Janet's just asking, is there a spin the wheel? Yes, there is. You need to type in the word crafty.
Absolutely.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's satisfying.
So that's it's like alchemy, isn't it?
It is.
So we've popped our ink inside here with our shimmer marker, okay? And then you want to get your little stopper. That just goes into the top of here.
Oh, I like these.
Now, of course, you do also get the caps as well, because you don't want them to leak. So you just take the caps when you're not using them.
They're really clever.
Aren't they great?
Yeah.
So, of course, your sticker could be on here with what's inside here, what colour it is. You've got 24 of these in that kit, which is brilliant. And then with that roller ball, I'm going to take the lid off and get this one primed, okay, because it's not been used yet. So as you work around with it, keep rotating it like this, and then, of course, your ink will come through. And you can use them for craft, of course, as well as, you know, your moisturisers and things. But look how I can then do all of this detailing with that fabulous ink spray.
Oh, that's a bit cool.
Aren't they amazing?
Yeah, it gives you a different look and feel, doesn't it?
It does. I can go quick with it, which, of course, it's like a giant pen.
Yes.
Okay. But I can also do really detailed dotting with it, okay?
Nice.
Because then I've got a continuous flow like this. It's amazing.
Clever,
these are brilliant, okay? And those, of course, are those fabulous bottles. You can see the mica inside there as well.
If you want the apple that David's just shown, the concrete apple and the concrete pear, we've got 5 left.
Oh.
£7.49 at Shop Fruit will get you those. You might want them when you've seen this.
Okay, so there's lots of different effects we can do with this. I'm going to go in with the gold for this one first. I'm going to start at the top.
Sharon says, I joined a few of the clubs but have been poorly, not being able to do anything. How long does it stay open? For as long as you want it to, love.
Oh, absolutely. Those will be there for you to watch back whenever.
Absolutely. You can watch it back in 3 years' time if you want. We don't mind.
Absolutely, no problem with
just
that.
Get better. So just get better first, Sharon, please. That's what we care about more than that.
So I'm going on now with the gold from the top. Okay, this is beautiful.
These are properly opulent, aren't they?
They are. Now I'm going in with the relief paste for this. So I'm starting in the centre and I'm working my way down, and I'm going to continue to sort of flare out the centre of this, okay? And then we're going to drag the paint down, so you can see already how that's starting to travel down. It is wonderful.
That's lovely.
Okay, so again, picking it up, taking it out, doing my brush stroke, sort of star bursting out from the centre. I'm not going to paint the whole thing gold. I want it just from the top as if it's dripping down.
I love it.
But notice how from when we used a palette knife, we've got a continuation of crystals, whereas when you're using a brush, those bristles are dispersing them all out. So I'm getting texture all over. Now I'm just going to keep rotating this round. Obviously make it easy for yourself. I've gessoed it black first, which has given me a wonderful contrast with the gold colour. There we are. Continue working around like this. Start to drag it down. Okay, so now I'm just sort of going to dry brush it. I'm not going to pick up any more products. So I'm dry brushing around the edge now, taking that brush away as I start to go further down the apple. Okay.
Sharon says, oh, wow, beautiful. I know, isn't it?
I mean, look at that.
How stunning is that? And that's concrete.
Yes, this is concrete,
right?
Okay. And before I add any more on, what I'm going to do now is dry this first layer. It dries really quickly with a hairdryer, okay? Because you're essentially drying paint, and I've put it on in a thin coat. This means we can build up the crystals towards the centre and create that graduation, which is going to look lovely. And again, remember, look how reflective that is. I mean, wow.
I know, that's
bonkers.
Just incredible, isn't it?
I've used hardly any at all.
I love it. Absolutely love that product.
It is honestly
that texture.
amazing. Yeah.
And you do see it, don't you, on vases and things like that. I have one in our hallway that's a little bit similar to that. It has that texture on, and they're not cheap.
No, not at
Go
all.
and buy your own, gesso it, and then create your own. I mean, that's just gorgeous.
It is.
One fruit left to allocate.
Right, it's one fruit left to allocate. You get an apple and a pear. And they, I mean, the difference, you know, you put them on a show, don't you? And you look at them as concrete and you're like, why? But then you do this and you're like, okay, why not?
Well, think about them in your garden as well. Think about just adding a splash of colour, paperweight, doorstop. Definitely don't walk into it. It'll hurt your little pinky.
Aileen, it will.
It's concrete.
Aileen said she did the fruit with the diamond metallics. They look brilliant. She put a picture on Highlight Creations Facebook page.
Oh, we'll have to have a look at that.
Will you be able to buy single pots of the paste in the future? Asked Wendy.
I'm not 100% sure. Of course, we've got the bundle at the moment. We may have them as individuals. That's a question I'll have to put forward and find out.
Absolutely.
I don't see why not, but it's something that we'll look into for you, because you may want to restock on certain colourways.
Yes, exactly.
You're not necessarily want to buy the whole bundle again. So I'm going to, I'll find that out for you, and we'll definitely get that sorted. But great question, well worth a shout. If you don't ask, you don't get.
Nope, that's very true.
So I've gone with the gold there as it's sort of creeping down now.
Wow.
I'm going to tilt it towards myself like this, and I'm not picking up any more product just yet, but I'm going to just dry brush, okay? A little bit more, just in areas. And then if I use my brush on the chisel edge, I can create these little striking drip marks, okay? Look at that, how it now goes down, cascading down the side.
Wow.
And then we could use the black and go up with the black from the bottom.
Yes, absolutely.
Which would look really nice. So, again, just dragging this down.
It's just a game. I mean, black gesso and that paint is a complete game changer for that product, isn't it?
Yeah, it really, really is. It's just, it allows everything to really stand out, because you can see as I'm dragging this down, the mica is just performing on the surface.
Yeah.
It's just doing what it's naturally made for.
Yeah.
Look at that. And as as you rotate it around, I can see, it's like when you arch mirror card and you get that refraction, that complete sort of bounce back in the middle. That's exactly what we're getting on the peak of this apple here. So as I'm going around here, again, and as I'm working with it, I'm going quite quickly here, but what I actually do is push down and pull away, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm pulling it away, but just really quickly in that process. And the brushes are just eventually sweep it. And that's what gives you that gradient. Because some people, and I've been there myself, is you go halfway down and you get this solid line.
Yeah.
And you think that's not an ombre, that's not a blend, that's fine. But there's ways you can make it easier for yourself.
Fran says you've given her an idea now for when her apple and the paints arrive.
Oh, there we
go.
go.
There you go, Fran.
That's your first one to do. So I've gone round here, and I'm going to dry this now because, of course, I don't want to start moving it.
No,
so we're going to
absolutely
grab
not.
our hairdryer and give this a blast again. So just drying it in between each process. There we go, round here. Giving it a quick blast. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab another paint whilst I'm doing this. Oh, it was just there. Perfect.
There you are. That's meant to be, wasn't it?
It was indeed. So what I'm doing now is I am just going to make sure all of this is dry towards this end, like this. There we go. Just around here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm now going to open the dark colour. I'm going to keep my gold open with the brushing because I'm going to need it for maybe a little bit of blending in between the two tones. So I'm not going all the way down now. But look, this is our black. It is
Annette's saying, sorry, David, is the black coat on the apple gesso?
Yes, it is.
Yep, we've got black gesso on the show for you. Shop Gesso will get you the white and the black in here. Honestly, you can paste with this. It's that good.
It's fab.
It's brilliant, that
Bonkers
gesso.
stuff.
Absolutely phenomenal.
When you're working with this stuff as well, I mean, a gesso I always prefer to use with anything with mica in it, opposed to a hybrid acrylic. Now, you can use, of course, your hybrid black acrylics to prime a surface, but the thing is with that is it dries super sleek and quite shiny. Okay, well, not shiny, it's semi-matte, like an eggshell, but it's super smooth. Whereas with your gesso, it's matte, so you've got texture in there. If you were to get a microscope right in, you've got loads of little peaks of mountains like this, because it's super textured. That means that when you go with the mica, that mica, if you've got all of these little peaks, is going to lock into every single one of those, and that's what gives you that bounce back. When it's super smooth, like you're painting onto glass, it just smears, okay?
Yeah.
So you want to get that texture, that gradient, and that's why it's so important to use something matte, and that gesso is so matte.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's fab.
And also, Tricia said, can I ask why you use a hairdryer and not a heat gun?
Okay, so I tend to use a hairdryer with a lot of my paints. The reason why I don't tend to use a heat gun with acrylics or anything that's an acrylic base is that, of course, acrylic is plastic, essentially, but it's a water-based product. Now, if you add intense heat to a paint before it's dried, you're going to actually overwrite the curing process. Yep. So if you use a heat gun to dry a Cadence acrylic for its curing purposes, it won't be cured in the correct way. It actually won't have time to bond to the surface. Using a hairdryer is a very gentle, subtle heat, and you're not being harsh on it. I always relate it to something quite simple, and that is, if you cook some food too quick, you spoil the flavour.
Yep.
You want to saute your onions instead of scorching them.
Yep, absolutely.
That's
there you go.
Okay, I hope that clears it up for you, though. Super simple.
Fran says, nice description of gesso, David.
Oh, okay.
There you are. Well done.
Welcome.
Right, airbrush.
Airbrush.
No, go on, do this bit
sure?
first. Yeah,
Okay,
carry on with this
right.
bit. How long have we got? I've got 25 minutes yet.
Oh,
Loads of time.
Loads of time. So now I'm going in from the base of the apple and blending the black into the gold.
Oh, look at that.
So we're going to still get that wonderful texture, that relief.
This would be nice with the silver as well, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Because the silver comes in with the gold.
Absolutely. Well, what we can do is once we're doing it black, we can then bring silver up on top of the black.
It's very exciting.
I know, you can layer up with these.
Thanks, David. Appreciate you answering my question.
Not at all, absolutely. Any questions, please do. Like I say, if there's anything I can't answer, and that sometimes does happen, I will get the answer for you. But anything at all, please just ask. I would hate for anyone to be stuck at home. And this, what's happening now, is that is capturing on the surface of the gold granules, so it blends really easily. We're also getting rid of the matte surface now,
yeah, I love
so it gives you a complete blend and it hides it all. There we go. And I'm always going in one direction. Just briefly, then I went back on myself, but I made sure it wasn't up here, otherwise I'd get a pure solid black line there. There we are. And now, no additional product, just stroke all of that up to the top.
Look at that.
And now you've got that gold. And see
That's
here, I've got
impressive.
a really solid brush line there. Not too happy about that, so I'm just going to work into that and knock it back, okay? There we go. So knocking back your colours is really, really easy with something like this.
How beautiful is that?
And then as we go up even onto the peaks of the apple, that black, if you put too much on, just use your finger to knock a bit off.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's going to capture on all
and
those crystals.
you're very light, aren't you, with your
Oh, I'm dusting
touch.
it. Yeah, I'm literally dusting it right now. There we go. And what you could do is you could make it look as though the centre of this is starting to get a bit deep and dark and aged. So you could then go in with a smaller brush, okay, with a bit of the darker one, and just start to gently build that in and stipple it out with a fine brush. And then where I've got the apple arches, I can see I've got a deeper channel here and there. I've got 3 channels. So what you would then do is naturally draw it out to those areas, okay? And I'm sort of blending. It's like kind of like, there's hardly any product on my brush here, next to nothing. But what it's doing is allowing us to get just a little bit of texture. And you could carry it right over, but I don't want it to meet this area. I just want it to have a slight transition.
Yeah.
And then right in the centre is then we can then load up with dark.
Wow, look at that.
Okay, take a bit off, don't want too much on there. And again, draw that out and just smoke it out, okay? Just like a little smoky moment. There we go. Look at that.
Love it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely
How lovely is that?
love it.
So
Isn't
easy
that
to do.
Gorgeous. And it's concrete.
It's concrete. That's it. It is concrete. I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
honestly
not
such a
surprised.
wonderful effect. But to have elements like that in your home, where you've got this wonderful gold just dripping down from the top, we've used next to nothing of that paint to create this.
It's the texture as well, because
Yeah.
you could then go over that with your finger waxes or over with a different colour of
well,
that.
varnish the whole thing as well and enamel it.
Yeah,
Aquastone the whole thing,
absolutely.
it will be then crystal enamelled.
Aquastone would look amazing on that.
It would look so good.
I'll tell you what, it would look good if you just drizzled it down the side. So you got like
Ooh,
runs of
yes.
it. That would look like all the juice was coming out, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would. That would look
Wouldn't it?
nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just a little bit of the glaze.
yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
We'll do that.
Now on here, of course, I've got my shimmer sprays on top of my gessoed surface, but then just going over the top with, of course, my crystals, just in areas, just to build up a bit of texture. we can then draw this in as well. Look at how those crystals and the paint are now going to go onto a really smooth surface and build this up. Okay, look at that. There we go. And I'm just going to draw this into the centre. There we go. Just round here. There we go.
If you want your aqua stone, Andrew's added it to the show. It's 120ml. It's Shop Aqua, and it's $14.49.
Oh, fabulous. Oh, we've got it, have we? Brilliant. Okay. Definitely get that while it's back in.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
It's been out of stock for a fair while.
It has, because you all bought it.
Yeah.
But that means that you can use your aqua stone with your shimmers and create a glaze.
Oh, yes, you can do.
Can't you?
So I've gone in here on top of our shimmer with our diamond, and I'm just painting it on because it's giving us the most amazing shine and polish, okay? I mean, that, look at the light bouncing off of this.
Just beautiful, that, isn't it?
Oh, okay, that is a bit special. Okay.
That is very special. I love that.
How funky that is. That looks incredible. And it's honestly so quick. And it dries really fast as well. I like that about it. If you are wanting it to go outside though, please just wait that 21 days for curing, okay?
I love that.
I know.
Gosh, look at that.
It's heavy, right?
It's very heavy, yeah. Especially when you're picking it up with your fingertips on your left hand.
I know, yeah.
Brilliant. Right, let's go and have a look at these pastes and sprays again then, because these are just glorious. 16 of your shimmer sprays from Cadence, and what I love about this is these colours will match these colours, will match your hybrids, will match your Doras, will match your diamonds. Everything works together, which is just fantastic. So Shop Bundle is going to get you all 16 sprays. Now you can mix and match these together as well, so you can put a little bit of each or a little bit of 2 or 3 of them into one of those bottles, give it a good shake or a spin. Is that your tummy?
Sorry.
David's blowing bubbles through the airbrush. So you're going to get pearl, orange, magenta, purple, blue, green, black, light green, light fuchsia, yellow, dark orange, fuchsia, dark brown, light blue, red and light purple. You've got an £8.85 saving on brand new product. And the whole lot is Shop Bundle, $54.99. Right, Glam next. So Shop Glam is going to get you the gold that David has just been using. It's also going to get you the champagne. That'd be lovely to add those highlights in it. You've then got your copper. Is that copper? Copper or bronze? Copper? Bronze. No, it won't be. And then you've also got the silver in there as well, which is strikingly beautiful. So that's Shop Glam, $44.99. You've got a £6.97 saving on those 4. If you want these 4, Shop Power, green, turquoise, black and dark blue is going to get you those for $44.99. And then finally, these 3, Shop Sleek, SLWK, lilac, pink, pearl and mint, $44.99 for those. Now, if you want all 12... I mean, goodness me, that's a proper treat to yourself, isn't it? And you know what? We deserve it. Listen, it's a hobby. You're going out playing golf or tennis or doing all of those other things. You would have to spend money on your equipment. That's exactly what you're doing here. Now, if you want the whole lot, Shop Mega, you've got a £35.89 saving on this bundle. Shop Mega, $119.99. I know it's an investment, but these are going to go a long, long way. What surfaces can it not go on?
So with your relief paste, I would say you wouldn't want to put it onto things like candles because, of course, they're designed for your candle paints. It will still go onto... Thinking of the surfaces it can't. I would do something that's going to take a heavyweight medium, okay? So you want to use a good quality cardstock, or of course your canvases. I wouldn't go on into anything that is going to be allowing seepage, so something like a silk, something fine, something super, super soft. It's a dimensional product, so you want a rigid surface to apply it to. That's going to give you your best results. Anything in porous, it will still go on to. So if you're thinking, oh, I've got some tiles, I've got terracotta pots, you can still go on. I mean, I've got a pot under here, this terracotta pot, I then painted it with the blue, and look at that. I know. I mean, that is just dreamy.
That's
but
beautiful.
I've not found anything as such that we craft with here on a daily basis that you can't use. So
no,
yeah.
I mean, that's stunning.
I mean, if I was to put it outside, oh, I know. If I was to put it outside and expect to keep it outside all year round, just give it a coat of aquastone, additional layer, or of course your matte varnish if you've got that one.
Yeah, that's stunning. Oh, beautiful. I love the texture.
Yeah, I do as well, because you can see, even as I tilt that, you can see how the light is shining through in a complete... That's the mica, that's the metal flake inside there that's doing all of that for you. It is brilliant.
Right. Can we have a look at the airbrush next, David?
Yes, absolutely. Of course we can.
I'll just go through one or two of these other things and then we'll come to David. So plates, if you want 2 of these lovely ceramic plates, you've got a £6.99 saving on these. You're getting both of them for £12.99. I think as display plates, these are going to be lovely. Maybe you do little starters, you know, little amuse-bouche.
Oh, yes.
They'd be rather lovely on plates like this. Or your candles with your potpourri around it, things like that.
Big plate of nachos.
Oh.
Big plate of nachos. Share nachos?
Some people, not
I don't
me,
think Cher eats
some
nachos.
people put a sharing platter out. I don't. That's just breakfast.
That's meal for one.
We all have a fun on a Monday night because we all stay at Stephanie's house. So Andrew, myself, Hannah, we all stay in Carl Cook's. And Andrew always has second helpings.
Oh, does it? What's on the menu tonight? Do you know?
I've no idea.
Ooh.
I don't know what we're having tonight, but there'll always be. Always makes extra. So although what happened the other week when Stephanie cooked what? 3 pizzas?
Yeah, that was a bit
for 2 of you.
Yeah, no, 4 for 2 of us.
4 pizzas for two of you.
And she only ate half, so I had the other 3.5.
Pizzas?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I think I'd be in a coma for a couple of...
I felt bad because she'd made them, so I had to.
Do you know, actually, I probably could put it away, to be fair.
Oh no, I can't. 3 pieces of pizza and that's it. I'm fast
I'd have
asleep.
to sit in a certain type of way to make myself comfortable, though.
My mum used to do that. If we ever went out for Sunday dinner, maybe she'd go, right, now to be horizontal now.
Yeah, I need to lie down. Yeah, that's so true.
Right.
Honestly.
Right, Gesso. Now, you've heard us both talk about the Gesso and talk about its virtues. It is a phenomenal product. This, with your cut and use foam for base coating, is absolutely phenomenal. Love the fact that you're getting the black and the white, because then you can make all your different greys and you can make your tints, tones and shades. Shop Gesso is going to get you both of those for $11.99. Now, if you're into your inks, we've got some blending brushes for you. So we've got 5 of the small blending brushes. Now I'm bringing some stencil designs to Scan and Cut tomorrow, some brand new ones. Well, we've got the tattered lace ones and we've got a whole steampunk download tomorrow. I know. That's going to be today's job. But inks, they're going to be fabulous with that. So you're going to get your 3 pencil ones, and I like these because you can get into really tiny areas. So you've got the different size heads, the small, the medium and the large. You're then going to get 5 of these blending brushes, and I'll tell you why I like a blending brush, because they're domed. So you don't get that solid bounce onto your card, if you like. It's much easier to blend with a brush that's domed. You also then get this, which is for your alcohol inks. This is brilliant for spreading that ink. They're really cool. Also really good for cleaning your computer keyboard.
Yes, of course. Yes, it blows all the crumbs away.
Yeah, all your crumbs away. Yes, it does. Then you've got your little holder. Now it's got Velcro on the bottom and these little sponge applicators fit on top. I'm definitely getting these because Jamie Rogers with his glue, that's a cracking top tip.
You can use your foiling glue and stuff.
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, foiling glue. And then you're going to get 50 of the sponges. That's a lot of sponges, but you can have one for each different colour, which is very exciting. So on my sponges, I have a little bit of the other side of the hook and loop on the bottom, and then my little pad goes underneath. So Shop Blend is going to get you all of that. That's crazy price. $39.99. You've got £19.23 saving.
Okay.
That's really good. Right, my lovely airbrush.
We were saying earlier as well about questions to ask people to get you involved. Do you have a hidden talent?
Do you have a hidden talent?
Yeah. What's something that that no one would suspect? Okay, something you might be really good at, or something that's just quite unique to you. Can you do an impression, a noise, or do you have a talent, anything like that? Also, what is something that you think only you would like a weird food combination?
Oh, I have one of them.
Go on.
Okay, so you know I'm mad anyway. Cottage cheese with pineapple.
What? Really?
You can buy cottage cheese with pineapple in it on the shelves.
Can you?
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever had cottage cheese.
Oh, I like cottage cheese.
Luke has it with his lunch.
This is going to make you feel slightly sick, but trust me, it's really good.
Oh.
So cottage cheese with pineapple in a dish with grapes. This is when it gets weird. Mackerel in tomato sauce.
Is that an extra one, or is that with
all together?
Oh my word!
Pineapple with mackerel with cottage cheese
Yeah,
and
it's delicious.
Wow. Never bring it to work.
I was actually going to go out and get it for my lunch today.
Well, yeah.
No,
Do you know what? I actually
that.
want to because I want to see what
it
it
looks
looks
really
like.
Nice. So
Really?
it's like, yeah. So imagine you've got cheese and tomato because you've got your cottage cheese and
Yeah.
you've got your tomato sauce, right?
Right.
Then you've got pineapple, and then you've got your fish that goes on top of your pizza.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's like a deconstructed pizza.
I
could eat mackerel out of a tin anyway.
Can
I love it.
you?
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Oh,
Absolutely
there we
love
go.
it.
It's good for you, I believe so.
Oh no, Mel, please stop. I know it sounds disgusting, but it's really nice.
Oh, Becky, have you got one? Are you pretty
I know
safe
I'm a
with your
weirdo.
foods?
Peanut butter and
Yeah, I
banana.
don't think I've got any really weird ones.
Oh gosh, they're all coming in now.
I saw somebody at
Right.
McDonald's dipping the chips in the McFlurry.
Every time.
Do you do that, Andrew?
Yeah.
Can you describe it
Chips
to me,
and
please?
ice cream.
Well,
Yeah,
people do it in the milkshakes, don't they?
That's
It's like
it.
salt and sweet popcorn, but with chips. It's just potato and ice cream.
I guess until you've tried it. Yeah, because obviously with the
See,
dinner.
right, so here we go. Love cottage cheese and pineapple. Boom. Amanda says that's a weird combination. It is, but try it because it's really nice.
That's kind of like you didn't know what to have, so you'll just have it all.
No, just put it all in. Annette Gilmert says, going back to this, can we wash the relief paste off if you make a mistake?
Before it's set, absolutely you can do. So say, for example, you'd painted an item with it. If you want to wash it off, you can do, but you've got to do it pretty quickly, okay? Once it dries, it's rigid, it's solid, okay? It dries like cement. So I would say don't leave it any longer than 10 minutes, otherwise it's going to leave behind a bit of colour.
See, cottage cheese and pineapple. Salt and vinegar squares with a chopped up Mars bar and shake them together in the bag, says Amanda McLean.
Wow. What I want to know is, when did you discover that?
Discover that.
Yeah.
Tuna and cheese. I like tuna and cheese. That's a good one.
Okay.
When I was pregnant, it was tuna toasties with chocolate spread.
Well,
I know. I wouldn't eat it now, but it was lovely at the time.
Oh my goodness.
Cottage cheese. Yeah, Amanda McLean doesn't like that. She'd give me all the faces. I was okay with Mel's food idea till she said mackerel in it. I love mackerel, but not with it all. It's lovely. Trust me, it's really good. Banana, cheese and jam sandwich.
Oh, do you know, as a kid, I
Banana,
loved the
cheese
jam
and
sandwich.
I love jam sandwiches.
I've not had jam sandwich for years.
We had one yesterday for my lunch.
Did you?
Is Andrew getting food cravings for Sophie? We're being asked. No.
She
White chocolate and raspberry cheesecake.
Slush puppy hype.
I was on the ice. I just had ice lollies all the time.
We now own a slush puppy machine.
Of course you do. Oh dear. Brilliant. I love strong cheddar on crackers with strawberry jam. I can go for that.
Yeah, that sounds.
Love mackerel. Love it from the tin. Banana, tuna, anchovy usual. Stuff on pizza. Just having a cheese and banana toaster now. That sounds nice. Did you get that toaster maker that you do in the microwave? It's blinking brilliant, that thing.
Yeah, that's fab. That I love a meal that
really
everybody
cool.
else doesn't like in my family, so I make it myself. And it's a recipe that I got from when I was in America, and it's you cook a full tray of hash browns. So you cook them in the oven. It's obviously quite a simple bit. And then when you take them out, you break them all up into a cooking dish. You empty a full tin of condensed chicken soup into it. You grate a full block of cheese into it.
A full block of cheese?
A full block of cheese into it. You can put garlic in it, mustard, bit of Dijon, all that sort of spices, and then sprinkle it with cheese. And then just before you put it in the oven, get a box of Rice Krispies, bash them all up, sprinkle and cover it all onto the top. You can put a bit of honey on it if you want to. Put it into the oven, and it's potato bake. It's crazy. I'm in love with it. Nobody else that I know actually, wants it. But whenever I make it, I think it's divine. It's
like me with my mackerel.
proper indulgence.
Lisa Ann says when she was pregnant with the son, she had cravings for coleslaw and midget gems together.
Oh my gosh.
My mum's was coal.
Coal?
She used to sit with a piece of coal and lick it.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's why I'm a weirdo.
I get it now. I get it.
Right? All makes sense now. Right, let's have a look at this airbrush.
Okay.
So, Andrew, code please. Shop air. Now we've got 14 units left. That's all we've got left.
It's supposed to be on tomorrow.
And it's supposed to be on tomorrow.
But we've got it now.
But we've got it now. Right, okay.
That's exciting. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So.
Airbrush tool.
Airbrush tool. $34.99 for this. This is a cracking deal. This.
It is. Now, I've been using mine with my marbling inks, with my ink sprays. You can use it with shimmer sprays, but again, please do remember to clean it out in between uses. You don't want the air to pass through the nozzle as you're using your shimmer sprays because it will dry inside it. Now, with this kit, of course, you're going to get the unit, and it comes to you charged. Okay, so you've got a little USB port just there, USB-C. Comes with the cable. I've not actually been using mine to a point where it's actually died on me. I just sometimes plug it in between uses. Yeah. But I'm going to say it takes around about 45 minutes for a full charge, and then it's never died on me. Okay, I'm going to say continuously on. It's probably got about, if you had it on continuously, probably about half an hour to 40 minutes. You know, it's like a cordless Hoover. Sometimes they say it's got 40 minutes charging. That's not enough. And it's like, well, this room only takes 5 minutes to Hoover.
Absolutely.
So it's actually quite a long time. You are also going to get on side there 2 kettle pans. Okay, you've got your clear one, which is my preference because I can see how much liquid I've got in there before it goes down. And you also have the metal one. Okay, so you would use that for products that maybe are well suited to not a plastic container, but a metal container. But it's up to you. They're all cross-threaded, so of course they're all threaded together. The unit all comes apart for cleaning. Now, you also get some cleaning utensils with this, which are like your little tiny brushes, okay? All twizzled together like a mascara brush, all on a little ring, so you're not going to lose any of them. These are to clean all of the nibs, all of the triggers, all of the little barrels that run through it. You get everything that you need with this kit. It's fabulous. Now, before you use it, pop water in it, turn it on, and you draw it back, and you'll see, of course, that there is just pure water mist coming through there. You've got a lovely distribution.
My personal summers.
Oh yeah, my personal summers. That'd be nice. And of course, once it's flushed through with water, then what you're going to do is take the water out of the pan, okay? And then it does also come with a pipette, okay? His eye's going crazy. Can you see it moving?
Yeah, it's because you're tired. Your eyelids do that when you're tired.
Why is it doing that, honestly? So...
It's called being a human.
A human. It's really annoying. That's what it is.
I know it is. It's usually my bottom one that starts to go.
It feels like there's a fly in my eyelid.
Yeah, that's really annoying.
So what I'm going to do is now take the top of my ink bottles off. Now, I've not shaken or disturbed this, so I don't have a great amount of mica within the ink, okay? Perfect. So I've got a little bit in there, but not loads. We're going to pop this inside the top. Really easy to cant those out. And then, of course, you can go straight through a stencil. That's not the lid for that. That's the lid for that. And these are brilliant. Again, use them with, if you're going to use them for food, of course, just use your food dyes and your food colourings for your food crafts, and then, of course, for your paper crafting and everything else, get a separate one for that. But they're great for cake decorating.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they're brilliant for that.
Yeah, fantastic.
Even if I just lay a stencil down onto this piece of cardstock we've got here, through a stencil, they look great. I'm going to go this direction because Becky's got a lovely, lovely jumper on today.
She has.
So, of course, going through here, I'm just doing little dispensers. Now, as soon as you stop your finger on the trigger, turn it off. You're going to continuously put air through there, if not, and that's going to dry that nozzle. So, trigger back on, okay?
Right.
And I'm going straight through with my ink. Pulling back and forward, I'm just using that trigger there to pull back, and of course I'm going to fade this out towards the other side. And it's therapeutic to work with, Mel. It's honestly brilliant.
And it literally... Well, you see it, don't you? When you see really good blending, you say, gosh, it looks like it's airbrushed. This is airbrushed.
Look at that.
Look how beautiful that is.
I've not stencil sprayed that down purposefully, but it's given me a wonderful mist coat on the surface there. You can do ombres, gradients, blends, a lot. Now, when it comes to cleaning yours out, what you want to do then is fill it with water, okay? And of course, if you're at a sink, it's going to be much easier. You want to take the water into it like this, okay? And then you want to put your finger over the nozzle like that. So turn it on, finger over the nozzle and let it bubble, okay? So it's going to bubble like that. Just keep letting go and let it bubble. And then what you want to do is pour that away, okay? You could still spray with that if you want to. And then do one last one, and you'll notice that just gets all of the ink out of that little chamber in between that section.
This looks a bit like pointillism when you get really close. It looks like, especially here on this bit, if you just have a look at that bit, it looks like it's been sprayed on top of polystyrene.
I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost got like a texture to it. Can you see there?
Oh, it
looks
actually.
Like it's got a texture to it. It's cool, that, isn't it?
And the reason I didn't stencil spray that down, so it didn't give me a sharp edge, and I
No.
quite like that
I
softer
like
edge,
that.
especially when you're using an airbrush tool, because it's not going to
Yeah.
bleed, because it's got air mixed in with it. You're not using a saturated product, it's actually already diffused.
I love that.
So it gives you that wonderful blend over the surface, which
That's
is very hard
amazing.
to achieve with any other tool or utensil.
Yeah, absolutely. I hate twitchy eye. I normally get it a few times before a migraine. Oh, you don't want a migraine.
Oh, no.
No, we don't want
no,
that.
It should be okay.
We really,
It'll be
really
fine.
don't want that.
Pick a winner.
Oh, we need to pick a winner.
Need to pick a winner?
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Where is it here?
Where is the wheel?
It's here.
The
You're going to
wheel
come and
is
spin
here.
it?
Okay, yeah, sure, I'll do
spin
it.
it.
All right, then. So,
Winner is
Sharon
Sharon Taylor.
Taylor. Well done, Sharon.
Congratulations, Sharon.
Let's have a look what she's going to win. That was a good spin. It's going forever, that.
We'll be back in a few minutes. Number 9.
Oh, spin again.
Oh,
9 and 5.
working? No.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Here we go.
Me and you up next, is it?
Yeah.
2 of us together. Uh-oh,
7.
Anything could happen. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 150 points. Well done, Sharon.
Congratulations, Sharon. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, absolutely. Me and you are going through that wall. Like the Hulk.
Let's go.
We're just going to burst through the wall.
Shall we do it?
Yeah, we've got Monday Madness.
Oh, my favourite.
Got some cracking deals for you as well, so stay tuned. And then I'm back at 6 o'clock tonight by myself, I think.
Oh, what are you doing?
With another one, another
Oh,
deals.
is it a little mayhem show?
some good deals on there
cracking.
as well.
So on Monday.
Thank you for joining us. Don't forget, Shop Bundle is going to get you all 16 of the brand new Makeover Shimmer sprays from Cadence. Shop Glam will get you those 4. Shop Power will get you those 4. And Shop Sleek will get you these 4. Or Shop Mega will get you all 12. Thank you, David,
No,
as
thank
ever.
you. Thank you so much. I've had so
Cracking
much
show,
fun.
right?
We've tried to throw in as many little techniques as we can do, but don't worry, we're going to be featuring more of this through the shows.
And your club.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right, we will see you in about 5 minutes' time through there in the other studio. See you in a bit.
Bye.